let's get.
I just got call dropped.
Your call dropped.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? I can't hear you.
Your call dropped. Like, wait, damn! I was getting ready to get into it. Mic check, mic check. 1, 2. We in the building. And all I want to say is we get ready to start the show before this man's call drops again. Don't ask me why it's happening to begin with, but it is what it is. So let's get started with the countdown.
5.
Let's go. Got a lot to say today. 4, 3, 2. It's going to be hard today.
It's Brittany, bitch.
That's right. It's Halloween. We are here for our Halloween special. And we are going to get crazy today, man. I won't even say crazy. I would say I'm not even in the fucking mood, to be honest. I'm ready to take on everybody. I feel like taking on the fucking world today because of this shit. And as far as I'm concerned, that may just happen. All right? Because there's going to be a lot of call-outs today. But I want to say a happy Halloween to everybody who's celebrating it today, especially if you have family and kids you're taking off for trick-or-treating. I'm here with Mr. Wing Zero. I'm here with Curious Doom. I'm here with the Red Comet. And soon to be here, hopefully, is Ben Odinson. Don't know what he's doing, but he should be here a little bit late. That goddamn Bray. I know what he's doing. Anyways, let's get started with everyone. Gentlemen, how's the vibes? How y'all feeling today? What's the vibe in the place?
I'm feeling all right. Thank God I don't have to do no workout today. I did my last workout yesterday.
That's good. Now, I just want to say real quick, because I didn't get a chance to do it real quick, Podcast Nation, Main Event TV, a.k.a. Me TV, a.k.a. the Iron Man out the frying pan, a.k.a. the Lightning Rod, a.k.a. the Man of War, a.k.a. the Master of War, a.k.a. what the fuck did you say? That's what we're going with today, all right? But I wanted to make sure everyone's doing good. How was y'all weekend? We're on episode 14. How was y'all weekend?
Well, Comet and I had a pretty cool ass weekend.
Okay.
We were out of town.
Okay.
We went to a convention called Retropalooza. It was pretty awesome.
Retropalooza, there was a big thing on Twitter about Retropalooza. A lot of wrestlers were there. They were posting their pictures. I saw a lot of people posting arcade cabinets on Twitter about Retropalooza. It looked really cool.
Yeah, I think there was like I want to say he's part of AEW maybe. I don't know. His name was Warhorse.
Warhorse.
Didn't see him.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, so yeah. No, go ahead.
Yeah, big retro game swap. It was pretty fun. We left out on a Friday morning, and then we went all the way up to the video game museum. Checked that out. That was awesome.
Was the museum able to just look at, or could you actually play the games? I don't know if they have any upkeep on that.
Oh no, it was
stuff.
really cool. So when you went into the section of it and you paid to get in for the intro, the guy that was helping us, he gave us 4 tokens apiece, and there's a very small arcade on the inside of it at the end of it.
All right.
And so we were able to play some old arcade games with tokens. I actually kept one of my tokens. And it's really nice. It has a little robot alien on it. It looks like he's sleeping, and it says Pixel Dreams on it.
No wonder why I was fucking muted. God damn it. So let me tell the better version of the story. Let me tell the better version of the story. So yes, we went to Retropalooza. Of course, yeah, there was a Warhorse, all that good stuff here. Big retro kind of like swap meet kind of thing going on. So the first leg of it, we went to the Video Game Museum out in Frisco, Texas. They did have a lot of exhibits. They had a lot of exhibits there, a lot of really, really rare shit. One of the biggest things I saw was they actually had the Sega Neptune prototype there.
Okay.
So
I missed that. I didn't see it.
Yeah, well, because I don't know where the hell you were. So they had different exhibits. They had a lot of dev systems there. Like they had the Dreamcast Katana dev system. They had the Sega CD dev system.
Oh.
They had a big giant Pong, and it was a giant fucking Pong. And I mean, it's the size of the controllers. It was one big Pong controller and a giant, like a huge, like 100 and something, like almost 200-inch screen. And then we had and then the controller was like the size of a table. So you just like 2 people can play Pong on there. That was like the first leg of it. And then once you go further in, it goes throughout the years. So it had all the different crazy Atari computers that came out back in the 80s. And then it went to like a little diorama exhibit. One of the exhibits was something where it mimicked an 80s video store going out of business.
Oh,
so it had all this setup. So it had all this setup of these 80s video game consoles like the Atari. Like this was pre-Nintendo stuff. So this was literally right before the video game crash, where people were just trying to get rid of the shit.
So we're talking ET.
And then it goes.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And then it starts going. Then it goes off into two different rooms. One of them was like a typical 80s basement. It had an Intellivision set up on a wood grain TV, shag carpeting, wood panel walls, and everything, and they decorated it like someone's house.
Yeah,
and then,
it was literally like a room in someone's house.
So, and then the other exhibit was a teenage girl's room back in the 80s. Had a Reagan 84 poster.
A Reagan 84 teenage girl's room?
Yeah,
Reagan 84. I don't know about
Reagan
that
84.
one. I'm sorry. Like, teenage girls' room in the 80s had like Tiger Beat. It had like New Kids on the Block. They did have New Kids. They had all that. They had New Kids on the Block. They had an old turntable in there. They had that, and they had an NES set up on a dresser with a little small TV sitting on the top. And I was like, you know what? I remember NESs. You could just pretty much put them wherever the fuck they fit. And usually it's on top of the TV itself if the TV's big enough. But this one was like, it was literally like a small TV set up on a dresser. I was like, you know what? I've seen that setup before when I was a kid, so it's plausible. Checks out. Then, of course, they went on to the rare shit, of course, where it was a lot of really rare stuff. You had the Donkey Kong competition carts. You had Star Fox. You had Star Fox Weekend, that weekend special cart. They had, what was it? All the rare shit. Of course, Little Samson, Nintendo World Championship carts. And then they had,
NWC cart was there.
The TurboGrafx, what was it? TurboGrafx 16. They had Magical Chase complete and sealed.
Wow.
So that's about a $15,000 game. And they had all kinds of shit there. And then, of course, the thing ends, towards the end, you see a Sega Saturn kiosk. And then you see a Sega Dreamcast little demo kiosk, and then one of those giant Game Boys you see. It looks like a big old Game Boy, and it's just a screen playing the Game Boy.
Yeah.
And then of course the end is the arcade. Now the arcade is 80s themed, so almost everything in there is from the 80s, and I mean not just the late 80s. I'm talking about the early 80s. So like, it has Gyros and all those really old looking kind of simple games in it, and then they're playing. Everything is the aesthetic is all 80s, and also the music they're playing is all 80s. So it was pretty cool. And then
I did, however, have to stop, and I did play the Michael Jackson Moonwalker arcade game.
Why wouldn't you? It's a great game.
I had to.
I mean, did you play by yourself?
Time in Pizza Hut, man. Time in Pizza Hut.
Did you play it with 3 other players or just by yourself?
No, just by myself.
Oh man,
I was doing some other shit in there. I was trying to get more footage and more pictures and looking at the other exhibits that everyone was just running through. And then after that we went to of course we went to Retropalooza. Some notable events that happened during Retropalooza.
What's up?
In fact, I have a video of Doom enjoying himself at one.
Okay.
I'll send that to y'all maybe later, but basically, one of the nights we were hanging out, we're like, hey, let's go find a bar and get and drink. And now here's the thing, let's get some food and drink. Doom over here says, let's just go to Denny's. I'm like, they don't have alcohol at Denny's.
Yeah,
and
they
so
really
the whole time they don't have alcohol at Denny's.
The search for alcohol.
Yeah. And we wanted like we all wanted something alcoholic to drink and then eat also at the same time. So
yeah, I was really fine with that. If in the beginning it's like, okay, nobody wants to do Denny's, right? Cool, whatever.
So I don't know if you know Arlington. Arlington is a series of fucking like 4 roads. Every lane is an exit.
Yeah.
There's no lane that just goes straight. Every lane just goes and breaks off.
That sounds like hell, like New Jersey, where every turn has to be. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's pretty bad, and then eventually,
bad.
Well, to make this story move a lot further, it took us a good almost hour of going around the same intersection, until we finally find a spot to eat. And this happened again the next day. We started doing this shit where we can't find our way around this fucking town at all. And Doom starts getting pissed off at us and says, "All right, I'm not hungry anymore. Just drop me off at the hotel," because we're all getting hangry.
Yeah.
He says, "All right, well, fuck this," and then we're like, "No." I was like, "Let's just go to Ojos Locos." We're like, "Ojos Locos?" They're like, "Yeah, it says Mexican food." We go there. We get patted down by security before we go.
Yeah,
in.
we go into a restaurant.
That was the first time for me. Yeah, I've never experienced that before.
Jesus.
So
Christ.
this was we're going in, and I was like, sports bar, and then I look in, and then there's like girls in there, like it's kind of like a Mexican Hooters, and I'm like, what? And I'm like, okay, and then I was like, all right, I'm liking this already. So we go in, all the girls, Hispanic. The girl we got was from Venezuela. She was fucking gorgeous. She was beautiful.
I'm about to write this one down.
It's called Ojos Locos.
Ojos Locos. Okay.
All the girls are Hispanic there, and I mean they're not like and I'm sorry
They're all
fellas if y'all used
they're all
to.
wearing black lace lingerie.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyways, this place. Sorry fellas if y'all are looking for Puerto Rican women. I did not see many Puerto Rican women. They were mainly Salvadorian, Mexican. They were everything else. They were all the other exotic Central American, not island Hispanics. They were Central American Hispanics.
It don't.
So that's why they were patting you down.
Yeah, that's why they patted them down. Yeah, that makes sense.
No. Apparently, the reason for the patting down, and there was not just one police
gang
officer
fights.
there. There were several, like 4 or 5 cops there.
Jesus Christ!
Place, all standing at the entrance.
Well,
So yeah, apparently that's the reason.
there.
That's the reason why we got patted down.
Man, I mean,
but yeah, this place.
Yeah, I would highly recommend it too.
We had some really good drinks. Our waitress, she was beautiful. She was really nice. She was just friendly. And Doom over here didn't order a single drink. He just ordered some nachos. And they were playing some really fucking loud music. And he did not look like he was having fun, even though he said he was all right. But
did they have a dance floor?
Dude, it was some loud ass Tejano, dude.
Did they have a dance floor?
No shit.
Look, man. Here's the thing. As long as they was not playing Suavemente, then we're good. That song is a curse.
No, I didn't play that shit.
Good. That song is a curse to us Latinos.
Well, hold on. Do they have a dance floor there or no?
No, there's no dance floor.
People just there was one guy dancing with one of the waitresses.
Dude, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. I'm that guy.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. If you enjoy beer, you can order this thing off the menu, and it's like basically it's a long glass tube of beer. Like I'm talking about 3 foot tall.
Yeah, I know you're talking about. Mm-hmm.
And all they do is it's like on a big long tap, and they just walk it over, set it into the thing, and then you can just fill your glass up.
Wow.
I don't know. That was one of the, and then that night, Doom did not. He went back to his room, and me and my buddies, my other buddies that went with us, we went and smoked weed behind the hotel.
Okay.
We're pretty drunk. We're pretty drunk smoking weed behind the hotel.
I'm kind of glad I didn't see that shit happen.
And then there was an old bathtub behind the fucking hotel, and then we're fucking with it. And one of my friends was like, I could bench press this, and then he's all drunk as shit. He pulls it, and the whole thing just like a cast iron bathtub just falls on his ass, fucks himself up.
See, that's what happens when people get drunk. They think they become Superman. That's a problem.
Yeah,
that's a problem.
And then he takes a dare from someone that was staying, some random person that was staying at the hotel. Was like,
I'll
give you $10 to see you.
They apparently went to Retro Plaza too.
No, Patty said they were, but they weren't.
Oh.
They weren't. No, they were just some random people there. And they said, I'll give you $10 if you jump from the second floor into the pool.
No.
He's like, all right. So we did it. So we jumped off the railing into the fucking pool.
Yeah, I didn't see any of that happen, so I was told about this, and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, so y'all know how to party.
Yeah.
Y'all know how to party.
Yeah.
I would have done that. But y'all know how to party, so.
But the whole time we're like, and we're right across from Six Flags over Texas.
Okay.
Like, and I'm talking not No, I'm talking right across the street. I mean, like literally right across the street. Like if you look across your street, like not even, I don't know, like maybe 600 feet away. So it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. So we would just go. There's an abandoned business right next to the hotel. For some reason, I don't know what the hell used to be there, but we would just smoke weed and then watch the roller coasters and shit.
Oh, okay.
Shit was fun.
Actually, the coasters weren't running.
Yeah, they weren't. No, the other ones were.
Yeah, further down, but the Texas Giant wasn't running.
No.
Well, anyone else?
That was that big white wood coaster.
Anyone else's weekend? I mean, that sounds like a hell of a weekend. I don't think that can be topped. I mean, to be honest.
And then on top of that, like on our way that Friday afternoon, we stopped by a place called the Czech Stop, and that's pretty cool.
I'm still stuck on the waitresses and the
Ojos
beer.
Locos?
Yeah, I'm still stuck on that.
It's Ojos Locos. So right
Ojos
now, if you ever come to Texas, go there.
Locos. I'm for
it.
it.
Means crazy eyes, you know.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
It's Mexican Hooters.
I'm for it. I mean, they should have more of them. I mean, that's just me.
I guess I can say about my weekend. My weekend was okay. Yesterday I just came from a Halloween party at my boys' Brooklyn arcade store.
Yeah, I saw on Twitter. Looked like everyone was having fun. It did look like it, yeah.
And oh my God, I'm gonna feel sad today because today is the last day of Castlevania month.
Before we go there further, let me say now.
You should have Thanksgiving month.
No, well, that's what I'm getting ready to say. I've been noticing that everybody and their mom has been Halloween, but they don't keep that same energy all year round. I have a problem with that because especially when they were doing the TikTok videos with Michael Myers, I'm like, if you're such horror fans, why aren't you doing this all year round, like the rest of us horror fans do? I had a problem with that. You know what I mean?
TikTok?
No, but still, keep that same energy all year round. Horror doesn't end. I mean, they're getting ready to have the 61 days of Halloween on TV. So yeah, it's like even Megacorp even understands that horror films still push to an extent. They can still get away with it. It just doesn't stop at Halloween. I've already seen people start putting out their Christmas decorations. Like, come on, man. Like, I
don't understand how people really skip Thanksgiving out of all the holidays.
We was talking about that yesterday at the store. Like, once this day ends, it's gonna skip to Christmas.
Yeah, it will skip right to Christmas. Like they have the Halloween. I mean, the Christmas decorations out already. I'm like, damn, give Halloween a chance to breathe. What the hell?
Yeah, they put retail stores put their Halloween stuff, or not Halloween, their Christmas stuff like 2 months in advance.
Yeah. Like they saying, look, people say, fuck early Christmas decorations. Halloween never stops. You're right. Evil dies tonight. You're right. It dies. That's what it is. That's all it is. Halloween don't stop. Horror doesn't stop just because it's in October. That's not how it works.
Don't they do horror Christmas movies?
Yeah, they do. They have Jack Frost. They have horror Christmas movies. They have horror Thanksgiving movies. It doesn't stop.
Oh boy!
I don't know why people just stop because now it's November 1st. That don't mean shit. I'm still watching them. You know what I mean? Like, come on.
Oh boy! Fucking yesterday we had fucking coquitos and you only drink that shit on fucking Christmas.
No, yeah. Well,
we just say, we Latinos, we drink this shit any fucking day.
Any day of the week, any day of the year. It don't matter.
What do we do?
Huh? No, well, no. The drink that he was drinking. He was saying, yeah. And he's just like, what we do? You should know what you all do. Come on, what's wrong with y'all? What's wrong with you?
What we do?
Coquitos.
Drink them every day, week, month, year does not matter. You get it when you can get it. That's how I feel.
I don't know. The only thing I know that's been always big when I was growing up around this was, of course, Halloween and then Dia de los Muertos. So we do that shit.
Okay.
Because
Cinco de Mayo.
No, that's a white person holiday.
They just had that here not too long ago.
The 16 is a real one.
They just had that here not too long ago, and I was like, what's the point? But then again,
Dia de los Muertos is a little bit different.
Well, they use these type of things, these days just for a reason to drink. I mean, like St. Patty's Day, there's literally black people walking around here with green Shaquille O'Neal jerseys on, saying that they're Irish so they can drink. That's what they
Oh
do.
man, you haven't been to Austin yet. Austin, you can come up with any excuse to drink.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy to see the excuses that people will make just to drink. It's like you don't need the excuse to drink. It's St. Patty's Day. If you want to drink, go drink.
You can just get off of work and then just drink. You can drink at work. You can drink. You can drink. You can literally just bring a tumbler to work and just put a fucking whatever you want in it, and then just drink as you're fucking drinking.
Yeah,
you can just do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, it's crazy to think that some of these people need a reason to try and to go out and socialize and drink. It's like, nah, you don't need to. Just do it. That's all. Just do it. So, but I noticed that Ben is here. That's right. Mr. Owen's son is here. And
I'm not joking. I was thinking you guys are gonna go do it at 5 o'clock. I'm thinking 3.
Boy, mate. Boy, mate.
Look, well, I gotta do a fucking piece of shit in about an hour, so it's not gonna be fucking fit.
Oh shit! Oh wow! Okay, Odin's son is hot.
Okay, well, I'm just saying.
People are gonna knock on my door asking fucking treats, and I'm not gonna give them any.
They're gonna ask for fucking treats.
Wow! You're not gonna give them any. What are you, the Scrooge of Halloween? What's wrong with you? Oh my god!
I don't blame him.
You don't blame him? No, come on. This is the season. Right, look,
you good? You good, Odin's son?
Tis the season to be given.
Boy, mate, you're not gonna give them jellies and jams.
Oh, boy.
It's just, I deal with fucking, like, the kids here are super fucking annoying, and they're fucking animals too. It's fucking annoying.
Jesus. Let me guess. They all dress like the dude from Clockwork Orange, don't they?
So instead of Ben Odinson, it's Ben Oldenson. You sound like a really old man.
Well, how was your weekend?
You sound like a very old man.
How was your weekend?
Yeah. Well, my weekend's fine. Getting with Twitter fucking sucks because I'd have a fucking fun time in my life and not be a bunch of virgins. But hey.
Yeah, no.
Enjoying my life.
He's right. No, you're right. I've seen it all over Twitter. He's right. I can't, not say that it doesn't happen. I've seen it enough, and I understand why you were like, "Fuck you guys, I'm out of here." I understand why you did that. Mm-hmm. I understand.
And playing a very underrated game I recommend people to check out is Scarlet Nexus, which I think it's Game of the Year contender.
Okay.
At this point,
that game sucks.
I don't know, man. You gotta compete against Metroid Dread.
I don't know, man. You gotta compete against a Nintendo calculator.
Nintendo calculator.
Well, I think a calculator can suck his dick. Fucking sucks.
Well, let me say that you did, like I said, you played Scarlet Nexus and you're having fun and you're using more of your time because in the previous 2 weeks, all I saw you do was go off on people on Twitter. That's all I saw. Yeah. You was just cursing out.
I saw that. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Damn.
He's going ham.
Yeah, you just cursed out people on Twitter. And I'm like, okay, I didn't know what was making you mad, but I saw it and I was just like, it's the stupidity. It's getting to him. And I understand that. I mean, I just dealt with this. Was it against that EA guy who worked for EA Sports, and he tried that with me.
I was watching that.
Fuck am I on Google? Fucking stupid.
Yeah, Google my name, and it'll come up, and I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
Google me, motherfucker. I'm like, what the fuck?
Your name is called Simpson. It's called you being a simp. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, and that's exactly, and that's the thing.
Simpleton.
Yo, 3 tweets in, and he was begging for me to stop. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? He talked all that shit.
Because you exposed his dumb ass.
Exactly. He talked all that shit. Told me, you don't want none of this. You ain't about that life. No, you not about that fucking life. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, that's exactly where I took it. And 3 tweets in, and he's like, man, stop. Get off me. Yeah, stop being a bitch. Stop being a fucking bitch. We 3 tweets in. Like I said, I want some numbers. Don't sit here and say that, the company that's making the new boxing game is only a knockoff of Fight Night. Not every company got EA numbers. They don't have the money like EA do. So I'm not trying to hear that shit. And if you want to talk numbers, then you need to start showing me all the salaries of everyone that works at that company so you can justify the pricing of the boxers. I want to see that. And he couldn't show me that. And he just kept talking shit about who he is. And people, I didn't even check his stats. I didn't check his receipts. Other people checked his receipts. And they was like, yeah, I looked up your Google, I Googled you, and you don't come up. That's what they said. I was like, so it's like, it goes to show you that these are the type of people that linger on Twitter, that talk shit. It's all, how can I put this? It's all icing and no cake. That's what it is. They just talk shit and have no substance behind what they say. And like I said, that's the numbers game for you. When I start asking for numbers, you know what I mean, and you want to talk that big shit, you need to start backing them up with some numbers then. So as far as I'm concerned, that's what it is. That's all it is. Like
Scott Steiner always says, the numbers don't lie.
Well, they don't. The numbers don't fucking lie, and that's what you got to look at.
You have to also look at it too. Like they want their 5 minutes of fame too, because reasons.
Yeah, but the thing is, you can't. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was going to say that because they're desperate fucking virgins and they're going to have any fucking attention in life because the number of fathers and nothing.
That's what it feels like.
They're going to get the attention.
That's what it feels like. And it's like once you start burying motherfuckers on there, they get mad. And it's like you can't get mad at me because you're stupid. Like don't get mad at me for that. I don't understand that. You know what I mean? And they just quietly just go away. They slither off into their little corner or whatever after getting buried. Mm-hmm. And I understand why you decide to leave because it gets stupid after a while. It's like why am I doing this? Yeah. Why? But guess what? Today we got a lot of that to get to. All right, so don't even worry about it. We got shit to get to. Yeah, we got shit to get to. So I guess let's get started. All right, let's talk about this. First off, the 76ers. All right, we're not going to talk about the EPL because let's be honest here, the game's still going on, so the table's still weird.
We're not going to talk about where every fucking fan was bitching at me about saying Arsenal's going to be bottom of the table and all this shit.
Well, you can talk about it if you want. If you feel as though you need to get off your chest, get off your chest, bro. Go ahead.
Yeah, get on your soapbox, man.
Like, all these fucking losers were crying at me every fucking time, saying Arsenal's going to bottom of the table. Well, I don't think so. How many games have we been undefeated? 9 times? How many other teams has done that this season so far? We lost 3 fucking games. And we're going to be maybe top 4. If we beat Watford next week.
It depends because given what happened between Manchester United and Tottenham was it yesterday? It really depends.
Yeah, they won 3-0.
Yeah, they won 3-0.
I actually wanted them to win.
Yeah, they won 3-0.
I want Ollie to keep his job so he can beat their ass.
Well, they won 3-0. Liverpool lost. Manchester City lost, so they dropped points. And then
was the fucking funny shit.
And then. Was it Manchester? Is it United and City have a Manchester derby next week, don't they? So I think so that's going to be a tough game. So I mean, it depends.
We're going to be if Man City bodies Manchester United, that's going to be embarrassing.
Well, it is what it is. It is what it is. But that's what I was saying. Like I said, if they want to get on you for saying there's going to be bottom of the table, hey, let them have it. You know what I'm saying? Like. I don't think they're going to end at the bottom of the table. I think they're going to probably, to be honest, if the season goes, I think Arsenal will probably take around 7th, maybe.
I think they could be top 5 if we keep the momentum and we get the players we need in January.
You can't.
God, Jesus fucking Christ,
you can't discredit Manchester City. You can't discredit Manchester City the way they have these comebacks. They always start bad in the beginning and then they stage these comebacks. They always do.
I'm going to embarrass Manchester City. Manchester City are a good team. I can't deny them.
They're a tough team.
Possibly being top 3.
Yeah. Well, it depends.
Liverpool being yeah. And also, I was going to say, people were chanting, or was it, fuck,
yeah, I saw it.
Get rid of...
Let's go, Brenden? Oh, never mind that.
No, we're not going to start that one. No, not that. No. They were chanting yesterday that, that one dude was going to be fired. He's going to be sacked from the team.
Fired.
Yeah. He's going to be sacked. I was like, damn. Like, yeah, they were doing this for a while now. Yeah.
But
I wish they would fire Biden.
I wish they fucking fired a lot of people in America at the moment. Fucking some stupid peasants. Well, the stupid peasants.
Well, every person we're going to be talking about today has peasantry to them. So, I mean, like...
Peasantry.
What you want me to do about it? I mean, I can't do nothing about it. I mean, like, the Sixers, like, y'all haven't heard what happened with the Sixers yet. So, for those who don't know, the Sixers announcer, Alaa Abdelnaby, all right? No one really gives a shit. It really doesn't matter even how it's spelled because no one gives a shit. That's how bad he is. And I've been talking about these dudes for quite a couple years when it comes to my sports videos about Sixers commentators being homers, and I can't listen to them because of that. Proves that Homerism can be poor sportsmanship. Now, for those who have not heard this video, I'm going to boot this up real quick so y'all can hear real quick. Everyone just be quiet so that the audience can hear exactly what's going on, because this is absolutely fucking ridiculous. All right, so let's listen on in.
Maxey gets blocked by Baisley. Bounce pass ahead to Giddy, and Joel said that is not happening. Takes a tough tumble into the stanchion, and so did Giddy. Crowd not happy with the physical block from Embiid.
My question would be, well, why are you still running fast breaks? If you don't want us to play hard, why are you running hard? 76ers just keeping up with people, and you can see there are no hard feelings. JoJo just not going to give up the easy two. I just worry about when he falls. No offense to Giddy, I could care less, but this guy, you don't want to see him fall awkwardly because you worry as a Sixer fan.
Now, with that said, all right, this has to be the most, and I mean absolute ridiculous part I have seen from a commentator. For them to say, hey, you're going to sit here and say, you're not worried. And he said, I could care less. First off, you're wrong. It's I couldn't care less. I couldn't care less if that guy was hurt. That's what he's trying to say. Who cares about that guy being hurt? No offense, but I don't care about that guy. I'm worried about our player hitting the ground. First off, these athletes, and I don't think that a lot of people understand that these athletes, all it's going to take is one bad spill and their career is over. That's the reason that these guys get paid so much money, because God knows what can happen when they fall or something like that. It doesn't matter. We've seen it before where was it Paul George? He tried to go for a dunk and broke his leg in the process of it happening. And you know what I mean? So as far as I'm concerned, when they get paid the way they do, there's a reason they get paid the way they do, because their how can I say their timeline, or should I say their life cycle when it comes to that sport is very short. It's very short. And for an announcer to come out and say, well, I don't care what happens to the other team's players, I only care about our team's players, tells me that you're very short-sighted and that you have a serious problem when it comes to professionalism. It's real simple. So yeah, you can't be, you got to be kidding me that even something like this was said. And when this happened, there were so many people that got on him. Philadelphia fan base got on him. But of course, you know how short-minded everybody is these days. They have short-term memory. So as soon as you yell at somebody and something happens, then it's ooh shiny ball, and then we're back to where we were. That's what it is.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
There was not enough backlash for what we saw when he said this, and it's absolute poor sportsmanship. And like I said, these are from commentators. Again, we're talking commentators that are supposed to be unbiased, and yet we still see commentators pull this Homerism bullshit. This is a grown ass man acting like this. Well, I'm just worried about the big fella when he falls. Oh, so fuck the other guy, huh? Like he doesn't have a family to feed, or he doesn't have his lifespan doesn't matter either, huh? Like that is not. It's absolutely ridiculous for that to happen. In the play, yeah, he ran them down. Yeah, he tried to block it. Yeah, they're playing physical, but that's what they get paid to do. Whether it's a hard foul or not, or whether it's a good block or not, that's what they get paid to do, to play hard. I don't have a problem with the play as much as I have a problem with the announcer sitting here saying, I don't care about other athletes. On air. That's crazy. That's crazy. No. I think it's a piece of shit move from a piece of shit. That's what I think. I'm so fed up with fucking people. He's speaking of fucking pieces of shit. For those who don't know, John Gruden has resigned from the Las Vegas Raiders due to his emails when he was with the Washington football team. Right?
Boy.
But there's more.
Oh, yeah.
The Washington football team, their trainer, is placed on leave amid federal criminal investigation. Is it me, or is it the Washington football team, the bane of the NFL right now? What else do they have? I think the Washington football team in general need to be investigated. We already know that this team has tried to use the cheerleaders to, shall I say, cozy up the other player. I mean, not players, but other bigwigs in the industry. So they were pretty much whoring out their cheerleaders. Now we find out that
my God.
John Gruden dropped the race card and the homophobic card. Now we're finding out again that their team trainer is stuck in a federal criminal investigation. It seems like it's not going to get better for Washington. I don't even understand how you can be a Washington football team fan knowing that all these things are happening with this said team. There's way too many problems.
That, and also on top of that, the owner is also very vindictive and was basically getting him back for what he said.
Yeah, and he was getting them back. Oh, you want to say something?
I
got
understand. Receipts. I mean, this is probably not going to sound right, but I don't think Washington is known for having the best cheerleaders, though. But whatever. Guess you use what you got. I thought that was the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas
Cowboys are known for their cheerleaders. They are. But
yeah, I thought that was their highlight outside of their '90s record.
Yeah,
but
still, every cheerleader they still deserve more respect than being slutted out. That's absolutely ridiculous.
Exactly.
So the Washington football team has a lot of skeletons in their closet that's getting ready to get cleaned out amid these investigations, and they should be. I don't understand how the players can go out there on the field and play. I don't understand how fans can be in the stands supporting them. Given everything that's going on. All right, players, fine. They get paid. They got to play. But the fans, nah. Sorry, no. If that was my team, I'd be like, fuck y'all. Until y'all get this shit straight.
But wasn't the whole reason for the start of this was because the owner was saying and doing a bunch of shit, and that I guess the guy is so big he can't be touched?
Well, that's where we get to he couldn't being too big to fail. Like that. Too big to fail. That's what it comes down to. So,
and then that's when they did that whole investigation, and they came up with saying they couldn't find anything, so they're just like, hey, well, we have this.
Yeah, they're going to keep digging. They're going to find something if they keep digging eventually. I mean, that's how it works, right?
Well, hell, they already struck gold with the emails.
Yeah, it's only, and like I said, they have to be further investigated now. They have to be. But in more NFL news,
you have to, Jimbo.
You have to. In more NFL news. Uncensored, Marshawn Lynch says he drank 3 shots of Henny and cursed several times on Monday Night Football. What?
That doesn't surprise me.
Why?
Henny will do that. Henny will do that to you. Though.
What does it? First off, let me say Marshawn Lynch is an absolute monster on the field, but he's a weakling when he comes to his drinking. And this is coming from a drinker, okay? 3 shots? That's all it took was 3 shots to get you that way on Monday Night Football? First off,
but
I don't know what they expect.
Why are you being tossed up before you? Why are you trying to drink before? I mean, whatever.
Well, I guess he was trying to loosen up because of the camera or whatever. Because Marshawn Lynch was always the type that was, he was the one that said, "I'm only here so I don't get fined." He's more vocal now than he was then. And as far as I'm concerned, it's like, first off, you have to expect this from football players anyway. You got to think again. I said about basketball, I'll say it about football. They are one collision away from losing their livelihood. One collision. The NFL stands for not for long. There's a reason. All right? So when you're taking massive hits and constant concussions and carrying on, what did you expect putting them on the air?
Wow, Hennessy has a 40% alcohol volume.
I mean, I don't know what they expected. I mean,
that's pretty strong.
It's absolutely ridiculous. You have to be crazy to tell me that it was just, he was going to get on there and he was going to watch his mouth because families are watching. Fucking football isn't even a family sport. It's a bunch of gladiators hitting each other the whole time over a pigskin football. There's nothing family about it. Helmets get ripped off, people cursing, carrying on. They be calling each other names. I'm not trying to hear this. And for ESPN, I understand that they're owned by Disney, but you can't, look, they got to stop this whole family-oriented bullshit because it was a week or so ago, the Manning brothers, they were shooting the double bird on TV, and they had to apologize for that. Come on, dude. First off, you come on.
I completely forgot that they're owned by Disney. That's great.
They're owned by Disney. Yeah. And that's the problem with sports. Everybody feels as though it should be a fun family outing, and it never is. You should know if you've played any type of sport competitive, every time you're out there, fuck you, fuck this, fuck that guy. That's how it is. That's how they talk.
Especially the coaches.
The coaches, everything. That's how they talk. So I don't know where you expect to get this family fun, somewhat professional. No, he gonna get on TV and curse. He gonna get on TV and curse. That's what you're buying into. That's who he is.
The man curse.
That's who he is.
Baseball is half the time they're just on strike.
God damn it.
I just don't even understand at this point. I don't understand. Family and fun sports do not go together. And the audience is saying if you want family fun sports, go to WWE.
Exactly.
It's like it's at this point it's ridiculous. And there's more news for the NFL because for those who don't know, the NFL and former players agreed to remove race norming from concussion settlement evaluations. So they're just now doing this. They're just now doing this. So for all these years, they've been segregating when it comes to race on how concussions work with certain athletes, depending on their race. Now you're going to sit here and say, "Oh, now we're going to stop it." Now, after all these years, now, fuck off NFL, fuck off all the way, as far as I'm concerned. But we do have
all the way.
What do you say?
I say you said all the way.
Yeah, all the way. Fuck that, all the way. I mean, seriously.
Yeah.
But we do have some wrestling news. We do. All right. For those who don't know, Smiley Kylie Ray says she's taking a break from pro wrestling due to mental health reasons. Now, look, this is the second time she has taken a break due to mental health reasons. She just came back not too long ago. We know that she's been trying to cope with her problems through alcohol and weed. She's having some serious problems. And at this point, I don't know whether to say that her career is done because it's too much. I feel bad for her. I hope that she gets the help that she deserves. We just saw Eddie Kingston on Twitter, just not too long ago, talking about he wrestles with depression. I reached out to him and was like, keep fighting. That's what you got to do. But he wrestles with depression every day. And it was like, and it's the same thing for Kylie Ray. I feel bad for her. I hope that she keeps fighting this. I hope that she really does get the help that she deserves. It was clear that she probably came back a little early, till she gets a handle on it. But I mean, this is not good. We don't need to see. I'm really hoping we don't see another Daphne issue on this situation. I really hope so. I hope not. You know what I mean?
I hope she doesn't either. I mean, she's a very she's a very pretty girl.
Yeah, she's not just pretty, but she's good in the ring. She's a good worker, and she knows what she's doing. And I just hope that there's a light at the end of the tunnel for her. I really hope so. I'm very entertained by her. So I really feel bad. Okay.
Yeah, hopefully she get the help she deserves, but there is also something that I did want to mention about this because I saw on the news recently that Gail Kim was doing a charity for mental health, and it's ending today if you buy a t-shirt from PW Tees.
Okay.
The proceeds to go to a mental health charity.
Okay.
It ends today, though. So if you want to do that, there's the way to do a positive thing.
Okay.
And Impact Wrestling is also matching the amount that it's getting.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, the proceeds, yeah.
That's good. That's good.
Let's start doing something, guys.
Yeah.
I'm glad that she's watching that closely, and
Yeah.
I'm glad she's doing that.
Yeah, I mean, we really have to definitely you have to pay attention to what's going on with wrestlers. I mean, we've seen it too many times already. In the previous year or so, we've seen it way too many times. And these are entertainers. I mean, let's be real. They're entertainers. That's what they are. They come out to entertain you. That's what they do. It's a stunt show.
If
they're entertainers who entertain.
Yeah, and the hate I see they get online is absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely.
Yeah. There's just people don't understand to grow the fuck up. Again, you gotta understand that this is a theater. That's it. You're not there to get yourself personally involved in the things or smash fucking try and start fights for wrestlers and shit like that.
Yeah.
Just be a decent person for fuck's sake.
If they feel they need to take a break, definitely they should take a break.
Yeah, they need to. Yeah, they do. But speaking of breaks, and we're going to talk about this right now. We're going to get into it. For those who don't know, WB does not like money. They don't like money.
Yeah, apparently WB does not like money.
They don't like fucking money. Because WB
the frog does not like money.
Nope, because WB cancels James Wan's The Trench, which was a spinoff, and it was going to be a Black Manta movie. That's what it was going to be.
Why would you do that?
Why? Why would you not do that? Like, that's absolutely ridiculous.
Because that would lead perfectly into like Aquaman, like the second film.
Exactly. That would have made a lot more sense. It would have branched out his universe more. It makes no sense. And the fact that, and let's bring it up, because shall we bring it up? Because we always talk about representation, and we always talk about everyone's got to be included and everything. So you want to cancel a strong black lead film? That's what you want to do? That's
Black Manta's black?
Yes.
So he's in Atlanta.
Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, this is where we're going. I mean, you've got to be kidding me that WB decided to say no to this. I don't know if it was an executive that said no, or it was that stupid automated system that they have now that said no. One or two, because like I said, we talked about this on the pod last time about how WB now has a green light AI that green lights and red lights.
Decision.
Yeah, their decisions when it comes to
why the fuck would you leave that up to a algorithm?
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea why you leave it up to an algorithm. No idea.
The same fucking people who wants robots with guns. Fuck's sake.
What a timeline we live in, dude. That's fucking weird, man.
And then see,
if you would have said this shit like to anyone, like I don't know, fucking even 10 or 15, not even like 10 or 15 years ago, people have been like, "You're fucking out of your mind. Are you telling me there's computers that are just gonna figure out what people want to watch?"
Yeah, see, and they're saying that I guess he's a villain, so he doesn't get to have an origin movie. Well, they get ready to make a Black Adam movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Or are they going to?
Wait. Is Black Adam actually black?
Well, the Rock's
Dwayne Johnson.
The Rock's playing him.
Okay, so there you go. Yeah, you can play the race card there. Yeah, they're not going to give strong black man. There you go. He's just black in name only.
Yeah, it's. Oh my god, it's just like, and I guess they're going to try. The only way if they're going to play that role where they're going to sit here and say, it's a bad guy can't have his own film, then that means the Black Adam film. That means that he's just misunderstood. Then is that what you want to do?
Like less than 2 years ago, you had fucking what the fuck?
Well,
I mean, Joker's a bad guy. And he had his own movie.
Yeah, Joker had his own, but Joker's a lot more popular too. Let's be honest here. You measure up Joker to Black Manta, people gonna be like, who? So that's a big difference. It is. But in more news, Disney. Oh my god, because we ain't had enough talk about Disney already.
Fucking Disney.
Disney delays Doctor Strange 2, Thor 4, Black Panther 2, god damn it, but another black person getting delayed, Black Panther 2, and Indiana Jones 5. And, you know what? But we're going to get tons of Eternals. We'll get that, though, and we're going to talk about that in a minute. I don't know if y'all saw what happened with Eternals last night on Twitter, but yeah, it was pretty bad. But these delays,
but then again, those Rotten Tomatoes, I don't take that with a grain of salt because critics don't know shit. They're the ones that rated that. You know what? Never mind. I'm not going to get into it.
We will get into it. All right, we will. But just hold on. But understand that these delays are only a couple months, except Indiana Jones 5. Indiana Jones 5, it's been pushed back to what? 2023, is it?
2023. A whole year.
A whole year.
Oh, have they even done any filming for Indiana Jones 5 then?
Yes, they have.
If that's the case.
They have. There's been on set. No, they've already shown it. Mads Mikkelsen is in it. There's a number of people in it. They've shown it already. We know that. Spoiler alert. I don't know if you call it fucking spoiler alert since they're already talking about it and they've shown it. Indiana Jones goes through time. I don't understand how they're going to fucking do this. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know what the fuck they're doing.
I know the reason why.
Because they're trying to erase Indy. We know.
It's because our good old friend Kathleen Kennedy.
Yeah.
Captain Kennedy.
Yeah, and that's what call her Captain Kennedy at this point. I mean, we saw what she did with Star Wars, and it doesn't matter at this point. It doesn't. Fucking doesn't matter. Fucking Hawkeye is coming out. For those who don't know, release date is November 24th, and will air 2 episodes on the first day. The problem I have with this is that this series is only 6 episodes long. Just 6 episodes. And you're going to give us 2 right away. Like
maybe they'll do 2 every 2 weeks.
I don't know, but this is just a little bit. Yeah, I just
maybe.
I don't know. And look, even the audience is saying, "Will Harrison Ford be around for 2023?" Damn. I don't know, man. He just had it.
Okay. So they had one delay for Indy 5 because Harrison Ford did get injured on set.
Yeah, he did. Yes, he did. But then again, Harrison Ford is in his 80s, so what did y'all expect?
Jesus Christ.
He's in his 80s doing the action film. Like, come on.
Like, can he just hire a stuntman or something just to fucking just do the shit and he just sits?
Then everything's going to be stuntmen, and that's what we're going to talk about right now. Actually, because for those who don't know,
well, I'm going to answer somebody's question in chat, or not question, but he actually likes playing Indiana Jones. The character he does not like playing is Han Solo.
Han Solo, yeah, he didn't like playing Han Solo.
Why he didn't like playing Han Solo?
He didn't like it. I don't know. He was happy.
The character.
Yeah, he was happy that he got killed off in Star Wars. He said it.
Okay, replace Han Solo with Juan Solo. There you go. Let's get some Hispanic representation in there.
Juan Solo, really?
Really?
That's cool. But Brian wanted to say something though about delays and shit.
Okay,
no, I didn't say shit. No, I didn't say anything.
Yeah. Oh, I was going to go right into Eternals. I was going to talk about Eternals. Because Eternals director explains why the MCU's first sex scene is important. The question is, gentlemen, is this a big deal?
No, I mean, to watch superheroes clap cheeks. I mean, I think everyone's talked about it, but no one's ever seen it in action. So I guess it's important in that sense. Everyone's like, oh, what if Superman fucked Lois Lane? What would it look like? Like, what would happen? Would
so
we're
going there.
And we're going there. We're going know what's gonna happen.
Her head will be blown off.
Yeah, she'd be dead.
But what about fucking Dr. Richards from fucking Fantastic Four?
So what you're saying
is,
so you're saying Reed Richards could just put himself in Sue Richards and just expand himself? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, he can stretch out.
Or what if she's invisible and they're like fucking, and then it just looks like he's just dry humping the air.
Well, why are y'all
and his dick just disappearing?
I'm just okay.
So here, I can answer the thing. Is it a really big deal? No.
No, it's not a big deal.
No.
However,
but it's just answering a question that I guess many of us have had since we're
the question
kids.
is, why does it need to be in there?
Because again, it just answers a question that everyone probably was like, "Oh, what would it look like?" Well, now there you go. It's just
I don't know, two people banging, I guess. All right.
The audience is saying fantastic.
No, there's two people. There's superheroes.
No, they're gonna be like using their powers to bang. Or is that it?
Bang? Who did?
Just watch the parodies of porn if you want to see it that bad. Just watch that. Come on. But I mean, let's be honest here. Like, for what we saw last night on Twitter, because apparently the Twitter account was it MCU gifts or whatever, posted that people are very upset about Eternals because it doesn't look good, and then said, "How can you?" And then it said, "How can you be upset?" Hold on. They said, "How can you be upset?" And he set up a gif of Angelina Jolie when she was attacking a monster. He said, "Look how badass she looks." And people slowed down the frames when it came to the CG and saw that's not even Angelina Jolie. That looks like a PS3 game. That's what it looked like.
PS3
That's what people were saying. It looked like a PS3 game, and then they did a hard cut edit to where she just turns around and it's her. So you can tell it was clearly all CG with, I guess, a stunt woman, at the same time. And then it was
the computer's a stunt woman is what it is.
Yeah, they made it all CG. It didn't look real at all. And then it was Angelina Jolie turning around with the jump cut. So people
I can name
NVIDIA 3090 rendering her is a fucking stunt woman is what it is.
That's what it
But here's what I'm about to say. Here's what I'm about to say about it was Eternals, but not really about Eternals. Is I would not trust anything that fucking Rotten Tomatoes has to say, especially from the critics, because they're the same ones that, and we'll probably get into this later, so there'll be a part 2 to this, but they're the ones that said, oh, the Dave Chappelle, special sucked.
Yep. But the audience,
but then they give Fauci,
different.
but they give the Fauci one, Dr. Fauci documentary is like, 100% fresh or whatever, like the most inspiring documentary of all time.
And then the audience scores were completely different. Yeah.
Yeah, the audience scores were like 0, and they're like, "What the fuck is this shit?" But then you see that it's the reverse for the Chappelle Show one, and it was like the Chappelle Show had a 0% from the fucking
the critics. From the critics, yeah.
From the critics, and then it was certified fresh, I guess, from the
audience.
Audience.
Yeah, from the audience. Yeah.
So it's like, all right, well, we already know who's bought and paid for then.
Yeah. It goes to tell you, and listen, Rotten Tomatoes is irrelevant. Once Rotten Tomatoes was bought out anyway, is pretty much when it ended. So
I didn't realize people still actually use Rotten Tomatoes as a standard.
I don't think they should, and I don't think they do. I think that people just like to use at times, towards their argument. They like to use those type of ratings towards their argument. I think, but
like why not? Like the thing is, when it comes to a fucking review like shit like that, don't bother with that shit.
Yeah.
Fucking get your own version to the truth.
Yeah,
it's your fucking shit.
Yeah,
which we'll get into another later on.
Yes, we will.
Chappelle.
Yes, we will.
About the whole Eternals thing, though, like it's sad that it's part of the MCU universe. Like, I'm gonna watch it to see where the fuck does this movie lead into.
Boo! You're gonna watch it? No. Go ahead and watch.
There's really no point in this movie existing, to be honest.
It really isn't. I didn't like the story.
It's supposed to explain about the 10 fucking rings.
I don't give a fuck. That's the thing. I don't give a fuck if it explains it. Like, I just don't give a fuck. Like, they waited too long. Once they said, why didn't you help when Thanos was here? Because we were told not to interfere. Well, then fuck you then. You watch half the world go to shit, and then all of a sudden now we're here. Fuck you. We don't need you. You're late. We don't need you. We don't need you. I don't care if you got Salma Hayek on your side or not. I don't give a shit. We don't need you.
You can sit down, sir.
Yeah. Don't give a shit.
Even though he's a fucking hero compared to the Eternal pieces of shit.
There's the bench. Please have a seat.
I don't know, man. But we got more news. Brendan Fraser, for those who don't know, who is the voice in Doom Patrol, does really well. And he's really good in Doom Patrol. Has been casted to play Firefly in HBO Max's Batgirl movie. That's right. So it's going to be an HBO Max exclusive movie for Batgirl. And Brendan Fraser beat out Sylvester Stallone to get the role of Firefly. So that's something. That says something right there.
Interesting.
Yeah, very interesting. So congrats to, let me give him a round of applause. Brendan Fraser, he deserves this as far as I'm concerned. He's come a long way from everything that he has done. I mean, come on. Round of applause for Brendan Fraser.
Guys had some pretty down, some pretty lows.
Yeah, he's come back. He came back from pretty much the ashes, like a phoenix. So I'll give him that. But we have to.
He's also gotten really fat too.
Yeah, well, he's aging. What can you do? But I mean, it's Hollywood also, so they're gonna make sure in CGing and rendering him up. Yeah, they're gonna.
I'm sorry, I should say he's healthy.
They're gonna do it right. Don't even worry about it. They're going to get him right. But since I just spoke about Phoenix, I guess we can talk about Dark Phoenix. Or should I say we should talk about Wolverine? Because this shit has me, oh my God, fucking these people, fucking Wolverine. Let's get to this shit. All right? For those who don't know,
man. Got him for this.
Wolverine's new nemesis prefers to be his love interest. Now, it says in the article, yes. Now, hold on. It says in the article, Sound's romantic interest in Wolverine offers an opportunity for the hero to transcend hyper-masculine tropes and reject a gay panic narrative. If y'all don't shut the fuck up and get the fuck out of here.
That was me. I was head desking.
Get the fuck out of here with this old bullshit. Hey, come on. First off, why are you using Wolverine to be some type of conduit to reject, to say that there's to reject, the gay panic narrative? First off, there isn't a gay panic. There's no gay panic. Where they come up with this shit is beyond me. I don't give a shit if the character's gay. We've had comic book characters gay since the 90s. No one gave a shit then. Now all of a sudden you need to change every character to be gay or bisexual or whatever. And guess what? I still don't give a shit. You want to know why? Because those books aren't selling. So it means that you tried you took your shot at it and it didn't fucking work. Now you have Wolverine having to deal with this shit. And I'm sorry, but the last thing I need from Wolverine is him to say, "Listen, sir, I don't go that way."
This is all part of the new world order.
I'm not trying to hear this shit. Wolverine does one thing good. Slash and claw. That's what he does. Let him do his shit. And I understand there's a comic panel with him back in the day and him kissing another dude. I don't care. I don't care.
We're looking at the little picture here. We're not looking at the big picture. This is all part of an elaborate scheme to brainwash the public. When you normalize being homosexual like this, here's what happens. Not only, of course, I'm not saying anything about gays. If you want to be gay, that's cool. But when you're trying to force it on the public like this and make everyone else gay too, well, you should be gay also. And and all this other stuff, and you're just force feeding it down every person's throat. guess what? There's probably there's bigger agenda at play.
Yeah, but the bigger agenda,
It's the same thing with religion.
It's
you shouldn't force your religion on somebody else either.
Yeah, it's this bigger agenda that they're trying to do isn't working, and I'm only saying that not because of how people feel in the audience.
And it ain't just Christians doing that either.
No, I'm just saying it reflects in the sales. It reflects in the sales. Every time they try a stunt like this, and that's how I feel it is, they're using people, a demographic for a stunt to say, hey, you should buy our books because we're going to put people who identify with you, so you should buy them. It never goes well. It doesn't.
You know, how about this? How about this, man? How about this? How about us, normal people? We don't have anyone to identify with because everyone's fucking gay and a fucking wheelchair-bound fucking lesbian.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
I'm just saying, dude.
You know what? You can't even go there. Professor X has been handicapped for half his fucking life. So, I mean...
Well, now they're going to make him lesbian, so there you go.
I don't know. Create new characters with new storylines?
No, that's too much work. That's too much hard work. Look, I put it like this. You want to have a gay villain go after Wolverine.
Sell your idea on an unestablished character. You take an established character, and that's how you sell your idea.
You want to have have a gay villain.
That's kind of how it worked back then when people created new heroes. I mean, it was brand new.
No, you just didn't listen to what I just said. I said you can't sell your idea on an unestablished character. You have to send something that's established. So it's almost like brand recognition. You have to be able to. I was like, how are you going to get it out there? Everyone knows Wolverine. All right, turn Wolverine gay. Boom. Now all of a sudden, everyone's now seeing gayness in the spotlight because Wolverine's gay or some shit. Let's just say that. I'm just saying. I'm using that as an example. That's what they're doing. That's why they don't create new superheroes because they're like, who? Who's this new hero? No one fucking cares. No one knows. There's no brand recognition yet.
Well, there you go.
What the other half of it is too is like, why even try to attempt it now if they know it's not a good idea and the book's not going to sell? So then why do it in the first place?
Because they want to look like
world order, population control.
Because an attempt was made. That's why they want to make it so it looks like it was virtue signaling, and you can't sit here and tell me anything differently. Because, like I said, if these books were selling, it'd be one thing. But these books aren't selling, and there's a problem with that. We've seen too many.
So this is what they're doing. So this is what this tells me. This is what they tell me. Is telling me. They're literally going out there putting these books out there like that, and then they're coming back into the board meeting saying like, "Well, we tried.
We tried. It was the patriarchy holding us down. It's so much hate against us. We're being oppressed. They call it anything they want.
What they're doing is that's exactly it. They just it pays to be a professional victim. That's all it is.
And I'm sick of it. I'm here today, and I'm sick of it. I'm here
It's
today.
the pussification of the public as a whole. The whole public is being pussified right now. What happened to no one has a fucking backbone? No one has a fucking backbone anymore. Everyone just rather have their feelings hurt and then say, instead of going to fucking therapy for the fucking problems, they just be like, no, fuck you. Y'all are gonna just change your ways. I don't have to change the way I am. Y'all need to change the way you are.
No.
Here's the
thing I have with that. It has nothing. I don't think it has anything to do with that. I think it's one of those things where people need to be tolerant of each other. If you have a different lifestyle, that's you. That's you. That's fine. I don't have a problem with that. All right. But don't sit here and try and throw that shit on me. I have my lifestyle. You have your lifestyle. We can bridge the gap and still maintain a friendship within that. That's fine. But when you start forcing shit on people, then it's a whole different story. That doesn't go for just sexuality. That goes for people and their gender. That goes for racism. That goes for fucking religion. That goes for politics. That goes for a lot of shit that some of these people need to sit down and shut the fuck up about. I told y'all I am here today for this. Because this is what y'all want, this is what y'all get. I'm sick of it.
Yeah, I'm tired of that shit too. Like I'm tired of having that shit shoved down my throat, man. Like,
it's you do you,
I'll do me. That's
down your throat. That's what it is.
Let's move on. Speaking of forcing rainbow shit down people's throat. Well, go ahead. Say you get that, bro. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, what if Wolverine's gonna be gay? Then is he gonna go to each fucking person?
No, Wolverine's not gonna be gay. This is what's gonna happen. Wolverine is going to calmly say, "No, I'm not gonna swing that way." That's what's gonna fucking happen. While they still fight it out. That's what's gonna fucking happen. Ain't shit gonna happen here. This is them just trying and generate buzz. That's all the fuck this is. Don't expect anything more or less from this book. It's stupid.
No, that's definitely what it is.
You want a gay villain? That's fine. I don't have a problem. He wants to lust after Wolverine? That's fine too. I don't have a problem with that. But you're going after one of the most dangerous men in the MCU. You don't think he's trying to claw your fucking eyes out? Okay. Like,
And the fan base is pretty large too.
Yeah, come on.
I would accept it if Deadpool was gay, because, like, let's face it, like, the dude does some
I
fucking
can't wait till
shit.
we get to the Chappelle shit. I can't fucking wait. I'm telling y'all, I got so much to say.
So we're just saying we're just saying there's a gay villain, and it's he's just wants it. He wants Wolverine, and his fucking den is like he knows how to decorate.
I don't care.
And there you go.
Listen, I don't give a shit. Let's move on. More comic book. I don't give a shit. They can keep trying to push this shit all day. I don't care. I don't fucking care. All right. Marvel.
All right, next up.
Marvel kills Planet Hawk. World War Hawk rumors. For those who don't know, there was talk a couple weeks ago about them trying to pull World War Hawk out of their ass and bring it to the MCU on the big screen. And I had said that would not go well because of the fact they missed their time when it came to Age of Ultron. That's what it is. They missed their time when Hawk could have been on a different planet in outer space and missed the time gap. Now, we're seeing all these... Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was going to say, well, we could technically do that because we went for the timeline kind of thing with Loki, so you could do an alternate kind of timeline with that.
They're sticking the main timeline at this point, if y'all haven't realized. And it looks like the next big event for the MCU will be the Skrull invasion. That's what it's looking like. That's exactly what it's looking like. So... I don't understand. I just don't understand what they were thinking of even having this come up, but Disney has killed all rumors of it happening. And I, for one, am for it because it wouldn't make sense unless you keep fucking around with the timeline. People get tired of timeline shit. I mean, people are already tired of it.
I thought at first that they did do, they started that, they alluded to that with Hulk being on that one planet with wearing the gladiator.
Well, that was in Thor. You got a little bit of gladiator Hulk in Thor. That's it. But since Endgame, since they have already explained how Bruce Banner and the Hulk get along now, you can't have that happen. You can't.
Yeah, you're right.
He's not going to be the menace that you want him to be again. No, this is not.
Now he's technically now like what, Grey Hulk, right?
Yeah, he's kind of gray. Yeah, he's Dr. Grey Hulk. Yes, that's technically the mentality for it. Yes.
Dr. Grey Hulk.
Yes. So you really can't even go that far with it. So as far as I'm concerned, Disney did the right thing by shooting this shit down and saying, no, this is done. Don't even think about it. We're still going to get Hawk in an Abomination fight. Don't think that in the future we're not going to get that since Abomination was in Shang-Chi. Don't think we're not going to get that. Okay?
Oh, of course it's going to happen.
Yeah, so that's going to happen. So you're still going to get your Hawk stuff. All right? You're just not going to get World War Hawk. They wasted time on that. They really did. Unless they play around with the Skrull invasion enough to where they can say one of them was Hawk, but other than that, no, you're not getting it. It's just not going to happen.
Yep.
In more news, in tech news, I should say, for those who don't know, Sophia, for those who don't know, the first android with a citizenship now wants to have a robot baby. That's right. She wants to have a robot baby. Now, it says here that Sophia's artificial intelligence is so sensitive that it has awakened the desire to start a family and be the mother of a robot baby named after her. Now, we here on the show, we here at the pod, we embrace diversity. We embrace all types of walks of life. Okay? Which means, because we talked about this in the meeting, we have come up with the ultimate solution on how Sophia can have her child. The ultimate solution. And we all have voted that Mr. Wing Zero should take one for the team.
Fuck out of here.
You got this, buddy.
I do nominate Mr. Wing Zero.
That's right.
Take one for the team.
We are nominating.
First of all, if anyone's gonna fuck a sex robot, it would be you.
Oh, fuck.
All right.
Oh, fuck.
I'm just saying. Man. Like, think about it. There's sex robots. Sex robots are going to be in the future.
They're going to be.
Women are going to be obsolete, apparently. At the rate
of sex robots.
Yeah, exactly.
Think of it as cyberpunk.
Look,
that's all.
Okay, hookers are going to do a job. Hookers are going to do everything they can to stop this. All right.
I'm trying to be fucking Dracula at this point.
Well,
take that into reality.
That's not a reality right now, but sex robots are.
What I'm saying here is Sophia wants to be the first third.
There you go. I'd say
Sophia wants to be the first third, and Mr. Wingzill's going to assist in that.
Yes.
Oh, fucking no.
Yes, he's going to donate his body to science.
I prefer to wake up as fucking Dracula and fucking cause massive genocide on the fucking coast.
Why would you want to kill everybody? What's wrong with you? Why do you want to kill everyone?
Oh God. Yeah, you can make it look like 2B and you can fuck it. You can make it look like 2B and fuck it. Yeah. Why would you not want to do it?
I don't understand how we go. I don't understand how we went from we're going to nominate him to have sex with a robot to genocide. How did we get that far? Like, wait,
I don't know.
that is a hell of a leap.
Maybe the robot
Just
bring you good sex, I guess.
Look, Mr. Wings, so just think about it as you're donating your body to science. Just look at it that way.
Yeah. Donate your dick to science.
Yeah, donate your dick to science.
Buddy.
You do that, right? You do that.
No,
I nominate you.
We've nominated you as a group. There's more of us than you. We nominated you.
Yeah, there's more of us than you.
You know what? Right? Well, okay, I'll like this.
Use your Dracula powers to impregnate the robot.
I'll
do that. Then you have a vampire robot.
If you were promised the Wings Zero statue at the Statue of Liberty, would you do it?
Oh,
yeah, he would.
Wow, he wouldn't even do it.
You're telling me you would not stick your dick in a fucking sex robot for whatever and get your jollies and then get a fucking Wing Zero statue out of it? I'd do that. And I don't even like the fucking Wing Zero.
No, I prefer to be Dracula's powers.
You can't be Dracula. You can't. It's not real.
Okay, if it was a dude's butthole, would you do it? Would you stick your dick in a dude's butthole?
If you want. I mean, you can make that part of it.
European cigarette.
No, you can put that. We can get you some makeup. You could dress up as Dracula and still do it. Is that good enough?
Oh, I want.
I'm dying over here, folks.
Massive genocide.
You can't. Why do you want to kill everybody? What is going on in Europe that you need to kill everybody? Huh?
I want to kill the corrupt. That's my.
That's not what genocide means.
So what if the robot
genocide means kill everyone?
Genocide means pretty much wipe out almost an entire group of people.
Oh, you lucky I cannot say the F word. Not fuck.
No,
the other F word.
You can't say the F word. But moving on to our next topic.
You European cigarettes, all of you.
F-A double G.
Yeah. After we just talked about it, right? After I said we try to be. After I said we were trying to include everybody and be diverse, he goes and does that, right? Right.
Yeah.
Moving on. In video games.
Next topic.
In video games. Wu-Tang. That's right. Wu-Tang. Wu-Tang has an action RPG game in development, which will be a 4-player co-op game. That's right.
Cool.
So it's looking good. It's looking good as far as I'm concerned. I'm looking forward to this. I mean,
the concept sounds interesting.
The concept sounds very fun. We saw the last video game. They had was based off a Thrill Kill, and that was fun.
Yeah.
So so it's only a matter of time before we get we get another Wu-Tang game, and I'm all for this. And if it's an action RPG with RPG elements, you're definitely going to have to beef up your characters. So this should be something that I'm looking. I'd be looking forward to, especially 4-player co-op, because that's you play with friends and you're having fun. And God knows what the soundtrack is going to be like. I can only imagine. The soundtrack's going to be like. So
I think people. I think back in the day, I was on PS2. People are saying that Blood on the Sand was pretty good.
50 Cent for the PS3. 50 Cent Blood in the Sand was pretty much a ripoff of Rainbow Six Vegas. That's what it was.
Really?
Yes. So it was so mechanically it was a good game. It was.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it was. So don't let the characters fool you or who's in it from G Unit. The actual gameplay itself is really good.
Rainbow Six.
So yeah, and now hold on. Now they're saying that it's a Marvel Ultimate Alliance Wu-Tang version. We're not sure exactly if it's going to be top down or not. But action RPG elements, it seems like that's what it will be. But just with Wu-Tang, and I'm for it. I'm here for all of it. So let's have it, as far as I'm concerned. But in more news, oh my God, do we really have to get? Yeah, we got to get into this old bullshit. All right, come on.
You know what I realized was not in this?
What?
Was the whole Alec Baldwin incident.
I figured we stay away from that because more reports are coming out about it and what's going on.
Still an ongoing investigation.
Yeah, it's ongoing. Yeah, for given everything that's going on and what they're saying now, like a new article.
I already know what's going on.
I know.
It basically sounds like it was just really gross negligence.
Yeah, but apparently the person has a history of it in other places. They worked with Nick Cage's productions in their movies, and
he walked off set.
He walked off set. Yeah, he wasn't happy. Like this, there's so much to this that I would just rather stay away from it due to the fact that there's so much news coming out of it right now.
Yeah,
So
I know what's going on. It's a cover up.
No.
This was a hit on that. Did you see that whole thing? This was a hit on that lady that was about to out a bunch of pedophiles in the fucking thing.
I don't think.
And Alex drew the short straw.
I don't think that.
No,
I don't think that.
No,
given the history of the people, no. I don't.
Are we talking about Alex Jones? Now?
Alec Baldwin. Ain't no one say anything about Alex Jones. Where the hell you get that from? What the fuck? Man, let's move on, man. Let's move on. Activision Blizzard has reportedly fired 20 employees following harassment claims. That's right. But there's more news because they think that Activision Blizzard thinks that they can keep getting away with this, and they can just slowly but surely try to please people with this bullshit. Yeah, well, got something coming for you. All right. Judge rejects Activision Blizzard's attempt to pause California's sexual harassment lawsuit. So it goes to show you they're not getting away with this shit, and they shouldn't get away with this shit. They shouldn't.
Well, you can't really do that anyway if there's an active investigation going on that's being concluded and the lawsuit has to go through. I don't see how this wouldn't, because it's so big enough to make attention. And it's one step closer that we need, because we need a. Well, this is more of a step to why we need a fucking unionization for gaming in general at this point.
Okay, I'll give you that if that's what you want to say. That's fine. But here's the thing about that as well. No, here's the thing about it as well. I mean, like you said, they can't get away with it. They can't. Well, no, I shouldn't say they can't. They could if there was enough money and enough lobbying towards this shit. They could. Let's be honest here.
Yeah.
Company could be too big to fail at times.
Pay Biden some money.
Yeah. If they paid a ton of money to the right person, they could get away with it. That's why I said I'll give you it, but you know what I mean? It depends on how much these companies really want to pay out the ass. It really does.
Well, to be fair, they were just going to give 17 million and then fuck off.
Yeah, that was bullshit. That was bullshit. That wasn't enough. Yeah. That's nothing. Yeah, so I agree with that. But there's more news with Activision Blizzard, because for those who don't know, Blizzard cancels BlizzCon 2022. All right? And yeah, that's how I feel. Who gives a shit? That's how I feel. Matter of fact, I'll give you more than that. All right? Because
God damn.
No, I'll give you the buzzer. I don't give a shit. Because as far as I'm concerned, like I said, they were just trying to cover up. If you're reading the article, what it says about how they want to come back with better ideas and make it more grander, and so that everyone can enjoy themselves. No, you're doing this to lay the fuck low. You're doing it to lay low. That's what you're doing. They want to be more inclusive. No, they're doing it to lay low, given everything that's going on, and people aren't going to forget about this shit. Just like when they try to change McCree's name. I don't give a shit if you change McCree's name to Asshole Cassidy or whatever you want. Hop along.
Yeah, well, the corn casserole.
Yeah, corn casserole. Listen, I don't give a fuck what they call it. Hop along Acidy. That's what I'm gonna call them. I don't give a shit. The fact is, you're not going to get away. We're not going to forget this. We're never going to forget this. And it's not just Activision. Ubisoft, don't think you're out the fray either, because we see you. It's absolutely ridiculous that these type of things are going on. You know what I mean? And the companies were... Go ahead.
I was going to say, they could have got away with it another way. But didn't do an Ubisoft. Oh, hey, well, we've got a transgender character here.
Yeah, well, let's throw another transgender... We'll talk about that in a minute, because EA tried to pull that shit, too. We'll get into that, okay? Yeah. Don't worry about that, all right?
I think that EA don't even have the FIFA license anymore, so I'm happy.
Fuck EA. And their bullshit all day. Fuck them. Yeah, anyways, we're going to move on. VTuber Emilia Watson gets her own Paladins announcer pack.
Oh my god. I am so fucking hyped for that shit. Oh my god. Okay. First of all, let me quantify this for you.
You go ahead and talk this shit. You go ahead.
Let me quantify this for everyone. All right. Okay. Imagine this, if you will. All right. Imagine, let's say, I don't know, you play Call of Duty, and the announcer, instead of hearing the whatever Call of Duty character, I don't know, event. What do you like? You like all kinds. Imagine if it was Iron Man just as the announcer or something, or actually, Robert Downey Jr. actually playing as Iron Man as whatever. Okay, fuck, dude. Can you imagine that?
To be honest, you can't see my face, but there's no facial expression. To be honest. There's
Okay.
there's no
Okay.
facial expression.
Well, whatever you like. Okay. Imagine one of your favorite games that you like, and then like one of your games that you actually play, and then actually has one of your characters that you actually like that's actually playing a voice in a game. That's fucking cool. I'm very, very excited about this, and it shows again. Remember how I always said VTubers are going to be there. Just wait. They're just going to take over everything. They're going to take over everything. And sure enough, here we are.
But what's the point? That's what I'm saying. It's like if they again. You know how I feel about VTubers. I don't subscribe to the point where everyone is hiding their faces. And we're seeing now that people are starting to get caught. We're seeing now that these people have become so obsessed with VTubers that they're starting to leak their information. They're starting to, it's getting out of hand. VTubers are having to take a break now because the audience are going too crazy. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, this over an Avatar?
Mm-hmm.
Over an Avatar? Mm-hmm. Are you fucking serious?
Yeah. What was it? Crony, one of the newer members of HoloLive that just started. She put out a member video not too long ago, saying how she was not expecting this much, fame and everything. It all just kind of came all at once, and she wasn't ready for this. She didn't think she would get that big that quick. Yeah. And so now it's kind of like she feels like she needs to take like
take a break,
a minute. She needs a break.
Yeah,
and she's not the first one. In fact, Emilia Watson, before the same VTuber, she posted something in her member stream saying the same thing, that she needed to take a break. She was being overwhelmed. She's getting burnt out. So,
that's absolutely that's crazy. That's crazy. I don't understand the fanfare. Do they get to that point where they're so obsessed? Like I said, I saw not too long ago a person. I saw not too long ago a person who was watching too many VTubers, and when he turned off his monitor, it still had the image of the VTuber burned into the image of his monitor when it was off. I don't know how you can get that obsessed.
When you have people who are lonely and they got no film interaction, especially with the pandemic.
Oh, we're going to see a lot of it later. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
That's why people are mad at the moment for that kind of shit. And it's also fucking kids. You know, it's like teenagers, like horny teenagers and so on, that want to have that interaction. And to be fair, it's also as you fucking made the fucking problem. Fucking goddamn it.
Well, yeah, that's the problem too. I mean, you create something and you don't know how to create the monster. You don't know how to keep the, you open up Pandora's box and you don't know how to close it. And now it's released and you don't know how to reel it back in. That's what it is. But speaking of things that are being released and you need to reel back in, for those who do not know, all right, Apple handheld console is coming to compete with the Nintendo Switch.
I'm fine with that. Fuck it.
You're fine. I'm not fine with it. I'm not fine with it at all. I'll tell you that now. Apple coming in and doing this. Look, first off, to say that you're going to compete with the Nintendo Switch, you're already late. Number one. Number two, the Steam Deck.
Because all these Apple fanboy tards are going to buy it, and then there's going to be an Apple Handheld Pro, Apple Handheld Max, Apple whatever, and they're going to fucking sell you the goddamn stand for $900, and the system is going to be like $8,000, and then you're going to fucking, you know what I'm saying, and then you're going to have a bunch of fucking glasses wearing fucking hipsters sitting in a fucking, Starbucks or whatever. And, look, I'm not one for stereotypes, but
I'm face palming hard. You're absolutely right.
Because they are, and then they're going to talk about how Apple does it so much better than Nintendo or Sony or Xbox, and then they're just going to like dick ride them, and it's just a whole thing, and then it's awful. It's awful.
I agree. It is fucking awful.
I don't agree with it.
It is. It's fucking awful. And like I said, if anything, why are you trying to go after the Nintendo Switch? You should be competing with the Steam Deck that's getting ready to come out. Why would you?
That's what I was going to say. If they
I am so hyped for Steam Deck.
I'm for competition. I see it.
Well, I understand for competition, but you understand that Apple is going to. Oh my God, Apple has so much fucking money. That's number one. They suck. Yeah. That's number one. Oh my God.
Well, it's a walled garden, is what they are.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, they haven't got any fucking momentum really. Without me, fucking iPhones been out 8 fucking years.
They're gonna sell. Well, here's the thing. We say it sucks, and we say all this, but you know what? Here's the ugly truth. It's gonna sell, and it's gonna sell a lot.
It's gonna sell because
it's going to sell, and it's going to sell a lot. And what it's going to do is it's going to ruin the video game. And the reason why us gamers, I guess you could say, are just like we're not for it is because it's going to be damaging to the business as a whole. And the reason why I say that is because it's going to be because Apple's first foray into this whole shit were actually. It was actually the Apple Pippin. That was way back in the day, or the Bandai Pippin, or whatever it was. That was their first console. That was back in the 90s. If you ever looked that up, that was a thing. But it was this Apple Arcade thing. And you could play on your Apple TV. You can actually play real video games on it now. So now they're trying to get their foot into this. But, of course, they've always been rooted in mobile video games. So what this means is that more than likely, we're going to start seeing more and more microtransactions because that's what mobile games are. They're all free to play. They're all microtransactions.
Yes, they are.
And oh my god, dude! And then that's going to set the because look, okay, look at this. Hear me out one more time. I got another point to make. Because whatever Apple does, it's going to be monkey see, monkey do. And I say that and that's a dangerous thing because look, no one had fucking notches in their phones until fucking Apple made one. They had those notches in your screen. No one had a touch screen until Apple did it. Now everything has a fucking touch screen. The new Apple Mac Pro has a notch in the fucking laptop. You know, the little bar where you could see everything?
Yes.
Now the new Samsung, the new Samsung whatever, and these other computer manufacturers' laptops, they're getting that little same fucking notch too. In the laptops. So the market's going to see what Apple is doing and then just copy them. So they're going to let them be the market leaders. Not the established Xbox and Sony and Nintendo.
Yeah,
that's what I'm worried about.
Well, trust me, it's going to happen. And like I said, I think it's flooding the market. And I think that, like you said, you had already hit the point that I wanted to talk on. You already hit that point about the microtransactions. That's going to be a big thing.
That
was my biggest problem with it. And they're going to fucking do it. They're going to do it. I don't even really speak on this one because you knocked it out the park. I don't even have to say shit.
Gonna be
but all right, well, let's move on to the next one.
Be prepared for the ads though, because there's gonna be like
they're gonna add the fuck out of you. They are. They are. They're gonna add the fuck out of you. That's starting to happen in games in general now. So they're gonna add the fuck out of you. But speaking of games in general that add the fuck out of you, let's talk about it, gentlemen. All right, Square Enix is now letting Avengers fans pay to fix the game's mistakes by selling XP boosts.
Pay to win.
Pay to win. No, it's not even pay to win. It's pay to progress. That's what it is.
Well, yeah, it's still pay to win though, because like if you're starting new, you're gonna be fucking paying for this shit just to get yourself character into a suitable situation.
They should have never changed the XP, the way they distribute XP throughout missions. They should have never done it. And I know Doom has something to say on it.
Double. They haven't just done double XP weekends, and then that's the way you get people to come in, like they used to do with Call of Duty back in the day.
Well, I know Doom called this was going to happen. That's why I want his input on this one. You know what I mean?
This is all yours, boy.
I don't hear him. All right, well, let him fix it.
See, it's always fucking Doctor Strange. There's always pieces of shit, man.
Doctor Strange. Well, like I said, it's one of those things where you have to also understand that it's by selling this, you're making people pay for something that you already had. So this is a way to how can I put this? This is a way to see, everyone's asking where he's okay. Yeah, people are asking where he's at. I don't know. But no, this is a way to make up some money that they lost during the distribution, or should I say, even the production of this game. They spent so much money on this game. Now they can't get anyone to play it or buy it. So now they got to make up the money somehow. They were already doing it microtransaction wise when it came to outfits and licensing to the new movie outfits. Now they want you to pay for XP. Now, mind you, y'all have to realize that when this came down, it came down to your card. Your player card is what got you free outfits. It's what got you all your free stuff that you wanted, in game, because that's how you earned your currency. It was in-game currency. Now, since they haven't fixed the card, and it's been a year? They haven't fixed the card yet?
Yeah, it's been a year now.
Yeah, your XP used to overlap onto the card. Now they just stopped that altogether. So your weekly missions and your daily missions, those XP missions that you get for those games, it don't even matter anymore. It don't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't.
It doesn't go to your card anymore. So what's the point of doing the weekly or daily XP missions if you don't get any credit for it? There's no point.
Yep.
So they fuck themselves in their own system, and they have still refused to fix it. And I don't understand what's going on.
Like, it's also a shame because Spider-Man is coming next month, and I just don't even know if I'm gonna go even bother with it.
Well, I'll still bother with the game because I'm not paying for it. I mean, I'm not paying for the game.
Yeah,
I'm not buying anything.
But
you know.
Yeah.
But Doom. No, go ahead.
It just shows how bad this game is that it's hard to. We were in it for a while, but all the business practices and all this fucking switch shit is just going to turn to a point where it's going to be free to play, and that's it. Because it's already on Game Pass, you can get it for free, and I just still wouldn't recommend people touching the game because of this switch shit.
Well, I think the game is clean. I think the game has cleaned itself up a lot compared to when it first started. I think it has.
Yeah.
I think that they're just. I think it just severely lacks content. I think that's what it is. It's the content is killing them. I think the arrogance of the developers has killed whatever hope that they had of this game. Look, this game could have been a great game. It's one of those. These are one of these games I feel as though, in my heart of hearts, had a good chance to be great. It's a historically bad botch. That's what it is. It's historically. It's a fumble, and I feel bad because it had such great potential, and they let the business part and their arrogance get the best of them, and that's what killed the game. And that's the sad part, because that's what you wanted throughout the game. You wanted people who were passionate about the game, but not try and, dare I say, have a bend but don't break rule when you can play the game, or even when it comes to your business transactions, the way you want to do them. Instead, they went too fucking far. They went too far. And when you try to tell them that, then you got the fanboys coming out of nowhere, and they're just like, oh, well, stop being mean to them. It's not being mean to them. It's giving them criticism. No one's calling them a bunch of damn names and cursing them out. I'm saying, look, this is a problem that needs to be fixed. When are you going to fix it? And they don't respond because, we just don't have time for it. We're going to sit here. We're going to play the games ourselves. Well, you're not good at the game playing it yourself. So what's the point of you playing? If you don't look, if I see a developer who's developed this game and they decide to stream it and they can't play the game that they developed, that sends off a red flag to me. I don't know about anyone else, but that's just me.
I want to see a developer speedrun their own game.
They don't have to speedrun it, but still at least know how to play the game. When we were watching those guys play, Avengers on stream, they were just spamming. They were spamming. One dude was using Thor and was spamming his hammer. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, you can't do that with fucking Thor.
Yeah, it's like, it made no sense. So it goes to show you that these people are developers, but they don't even know how their own game works. And if you don't know how the game works, how do you expect anyone else to take you seriously? That's the problem I'm having. So, yeah, this game, like I said, Doom had called this from the jump and said, hey, look, they're going to try and get you on the XP boosting, and here it is. We're here now. You know what I mean? We're here. So, it goes to show you. But in more news, we have more news. For those who don't know...
We're just now applying the Sweet Baby Race. Sweet Baby Race.
Sweet Baby Race is a bookmark holder.
That fucking yeah. God damn it, dude. No, I was just looking at that shit again, and I just saw it, and I was like, the dude is not a fucking human. He's a fucking goddamn alien.
He's an android. He's not real. Mark Zuckerberg is an android.
Mark Zuckerberg is gonna fuck that robot.
I wouldn't be surprised. He'll take one for the team.
He's gonna be the one that fucks that robot.
Zero,
he's
why
gonna be
would you let Mark Zuckerberg beat you to something? Why would you let him do that?
Wow. Mark Zuckerberg is gonna beat that robot pussy up.
There you go. More power for that Mike Zuckerberg.
Mike Zuckerberg.
Oh,
Mike Zuckerberg. God damn it, dude.
Why not? Why not? But in more news,
damn it, dude.
In more painful news, and it is painful. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. This is fucking painful. All right. Resident Evil's Chris Redfield and Jill Valentine join Fortnite. Just kill me now. Just kill me.
Okay.
Fortnite was a mistake.
Look. Here's the thing. Here's my
Everyone
issue
saying
with
press
that.
X for emotion for Zuckerberg. Yup, press X.
Okay. I hate the world. Look, here's the thing about Fortnite, and I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Fortnite is just like that meme. Just like that meme where the meme trend was a evil version. Fortnite is an evil Hall of Fame. That's all it is. That's all it is.
Hall of Fame.
That's what it is. It's so fucking awful, dude. Why? Like your name is forever tarnished if you're stuck in the goddamn Fortnite. Being in Fortnite, fuck.
They just fucked all of Resident Evil. I mean, and I saw the characters, and they're doing these goofy ass fucking dances, and I'm like, oh my god, it's bad.
The only one that made sense, though.
None of them made sense.
No. There's one person that made sense. It was what's his name? El Chavalin, and it was that dude that looks like a fucking Mexican. He was from a Mexican TV show, and he was in Fortnite.
Oh, you're talking about with the red outfit on? Is that what you're talking about? Okay, I know what you're talking about.
Yes.
I know what you're talking about.
Oh boy. Yeah, that was the only one that kind of makes sense.
Oh my god.
But other than that, all these other random Capcom characters and shit.
It's not
like,
just Capcom, they got Marvel, they put Ariana Grande in it. First off, who the fuck is playing as Ariana Grande in Fortnite? Who? Like, come on. Like, come on, man. Stop
Can you
playing.
imagine shooting Ariana Grande?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I
know.
He beat me by this much of a second. Cody beat me too. He said, that happened. You got to get right, have that
happened.
I was this close to saying this shit. He got me. Son of a bitch.
Oh my god,
My
dude.
friends and we were doing Battle Royale, and we shot a couple of Ariana Grandes.
Jesus Christ.
Well, thanks for the podcast, guys. I'm gonna have to leave because I'm not dealing with this simple shit.
God.
Well, I'm letting you know in more bad news, because we got some bad news today. This is bad. It's all fucking bad, and I don't understand why it's so fucking bad.
Okay, there we go.
Hey, what's going on, Doom? We already talked about the Avengers XP boost, and I know you had some problems there.
Yeah, I tried to jump in on that, and I couldn't. I guess my mic wasn't registering.
It's all right. It's all right. I hope that I covered it as good as possible. But EA and DICE, I swear to God, EA and DICE to introduce, and I hate to say this, some of y'all were looking forward to this game. I hate to say this for y'all. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. But EA DICE to introduce non-binary specialists in Battlefield 2042. Sorry.
Why?
Houseway. Why? It makes no sense. None of it makes sense. If I am in a game, literally on a battlefield, and I'm shooting at people, I want to fucking know why I need to know your pronouns. Why?
Look, first of all, this pronoun bullshit, I don't play that game because that's... Honestly, if you don't know who the fuck you are, that's an illness. That's a mental illness.
I'm not going there.
Getting in on it.
No, if people don't know, people for I'm gonna stop you right there. All right, people for all their lives have searched for some type of meaning in their lives. They keep searching, and they always search till they find happiness. It always takes a while. Some people never reach that happiness. So for you to say that they have mental illness, I won't say that because people constantly search. All right, that is a factor.
They do, life. but there are ways they can seek help. That's the thing, because they turn to all kinds of all this random stuff because they're trying to cope. It's a coping mechanism. That's what it is.
No, what my problem with it is that no matter if they're searching or not, why do they need it in a fucking video game? Why do they need it in a game where you're shooting people in the fucking face? If I shoot you in the face, I don't give a shit what color you are, what gender you are, what some bitch tried to kill me, I killed him back. I'm not going to stand around and answer your fucking pronouns are what you want to be, known as. I'm not going to ask that. By the time I ask that, I done got shot. You know, the fuck all that.
So the way I look at this, if I play this Sundance character, like, what am I getting? Because they're non-binary, like, am I going to be able to run faster than normal? Or am I getting it more
There's
ammo?
No special.
You get to play the victim card more.
You get to be
a victim.
So let me get this straight. If someone uses that character,
that character is going to be marked for termination when I see them.
That's what I'm trying to get at. You're gonna tell me as soon as I see that person, you tell me if I shoot that person a number of times, now I'm hating on a certain person. I'm hating on a specific
I was
group.
going to say, is it considered a hate crime now?
Is it considered a hate crime now because I shot a non-binary person? Is that what we're going to go to next? I mean, we are coming back from the days of the Xbox era where people would talk about your mom, your sister, your daughter, or whatever you fucking got, or talk about how they're going to find you and shoot you and kill you in real life over a fucking video game, to now it's, well, this person is a non-binary, gender fluid, whatever, and they're going to be in the game. I don't give a shit if it is or not, because guess what? If I'm in the game and you use that person, you're dead. It's that simple. All right?
Yep. If you're on the opposing side, you're getting shot.
You're exactly. That's what it is. If you're
you're going to be points. You are points to me.
That's all it is.
Wow.
But there's going to be somebody on the other end who's going to say, "Oh wow, that was really bad. Oh, look how they're treating me." You know it's going to happen because streamers do it all the fucking time, all the time.
But the problem is going to be though also like EA is going to get so much fucking heat because like you're killing a non-binary gender. Wow, that's not nice.
Yeah, that's not very nice of you. So like you're supposed to let them fucking kill you?
Fucking point, yeah.
Like what the fuck?
Yeah, like because fuck. But
In a first-person shooter game, especially Battlefield, what the fuck does someone's
gender or whatever matter? Or identification? What do they identify as matter? It shouldn't matter. Who cares?
Why does that matter? Like, it takes place in the future, so there's probably gonna be non-binary people in the future war.
Well, who gives a shit? It's war. It's
shoot.
fucking war. So it doesn't matter what you look like. You can put on a fucking clown costume if you want to go out there and shoot around. I don't give a shit.
You're gonna probably get that person be like, whoa, I'm non-binary. You can't shoot me. Fuck you.
I don't give a fuck.
I'm going down.
That's why there's a part of me that thinks it's not a big deal to add him in, because I'm not saying it's a big deal to add him in. I'm just trying to figure out what's the big deal of adding him in. What's the point?
There is no big deal.
That's
there's no point.
The big deal, it really is. It's
We're
fucking.
What's the big deal? What airline
I'm
food?
here today. I told y'all. I'm here today for this. I'm here today for all this. All right.
Realest motherfucking room, boy.
A game that has more personality than Overwatch and Siege.
I mean,
you're talking about Paladins?
Well, that's what someone said in the chat. That's what someone said in the chat. Yeah. It makes no sense, but let's move on because we are done with our gaming section. Now we're going to get into the meat and potatoes of the bullshit, all right? Because we got some things to talk about today, all right?
Yeah.
Florida man shoots grandmother, claims he has killed the devil.
Well,
Florida man strikes again.
We didn't have Florida man in the last pod, so Florida man is back. This is with a vengeance. This is Florida Man 3 with a vengeance, all right? Just to let y'all know, all right? That's where we're at.
Grandma?
He killed grandma and claimed to have killed the devil. That's what he claims.
What? Why? Why, Florida man?
Well, if you think that's bad, wait till you hear the next one. New Jersey man kills grandfather with an axe and claims that God made him do it.
What the fuck, dude? Whoa.
Oh, New Jersey.
No. They're gonna say all this crazy shit. I'm gonna be like, nah, the non-binary genders made me do it.
This guy.
That's what I'm gonna do. If I ever go to the deep end, I'm gonna just, if they're throwing religion out there, I'm gonna be like, nah, it's the fucking LGBTQ BLT.
Now saying damn.
Yeah, they like made me do it.
I'm gonna say something real fast.
Go ahead.
Honestly, I don't support this non-binary bullshit. I'm being real with y'all. I don't support this shit.
Well, look, I'm just letting you know.
You're getting
Look, here's the thing. Look, it's okay to have a difference of opinion. We're gonna talk about this some more today too, because we got something to talk about. All right, it's okay to have a difference of opinion. All right, it's okay if you support or don't support. That is your prerogative. As long as you don't force it on other people, then it's a whole different story. Just don't force it on people.
I hate this new fucking generation.
That's it. Go about your life. You don't have to hold on to that hate. We will talk about that soon. Don't worry about that. All right, we'll talk about that. But also, Florida man again. Florida man. You know what? I am so tired already of talking about Florida man. Florida man. Jesus Christ. Fucking Florida man. Understand? He shoots and kills his neighbor in a fight over a cat.
I would shoot and kill my neighbor if they fucked with my cat.
I'm just saying, over a cat. Over a cat. But that's not all. That's right. These stories are it's absolutely just crazy. And everyone's like, play the banjo. I played the banjo for you. I played the banjo. Yeah, I did. You played the banjo. I played the banjo. Okay.
You put catnip on my ad again, or your fucking cat, I'm gonna shoot it in the fucking face.
I'm just saying. Just we fight over cats. We're killing each other over cats.
A bird in his yard or something.
I mean, Peter got to be happy over this one somehow, right? I mean, he's like,
Peter gotta be happy.
There you go, Peter. You got some justification right there. I
guess.
Right?
Maybe. But we have some more news, and this is poll time. That's right. For those who don't know,
Peter.
That's right. Here's some news for y'all. Peter. 61-year-old Florida man. God damn you, Florida man! I'm gonna bring up the banjo again, Florida man. Florida man
lives in Florida.
61 years old Florida man faces backlash for marrying his 18-year-old goddaughter. He's being called. Yes, that's right. He is being called a predator.
Wait, how old is he? How old is he?
61 years old.
Look, all right, hold on. Before we move on any further, remember how we're saying man things
today?
See, okay, look. Remember we were talking all that. Remember how they were like, oh, that's a dirty old man.
Yep,
no, you know what? Get it, old man. Get it. Get that. That's what I say.
Really,
dude?
That's what you're gonna say.
Get it. But now you're not. Look, okay. First of all, remember we were called dirty old men. No, okay, yeah, but that doesn't mean it's your actual daughter. That just means you're going to take care of her if her parents die.
So he had a close relationship with his goddaughter before deciding.
Oh, never mind. No. I thought it was like saying that. Well, you know what? Never mind. No. No. Because then that's practically your real daughter. Because if you help raise
it,
no.
Might as well be.
No.
He was literally waiting for his goddaughter to turn 18 years old. He was waiting. So
okay, no, that's weird. Okay, no.
So here is the poll that I have put out for everyone that we decided to agree upon. The poll was: would you marry your godparent or godchild if the age of consent was legal? That's the question.
No.
Wait. Hold on. What would you say again?
I said, would you marry your godparent or godchild if the age of consent was legal?
No.
No.
Now that I have that context, no.
Okay.
No.
The audience scored. All right. When it came to the percent, 56% said it's Florida, isn't it? This is before they knew about the article, the meat and potatoes of the article. They didn't know the context. I just asked the question. You know what I mean? 37% said no. Okay? 7% said yes.
What?
That's right. 7% said yes. I don't know. I don't know who the 7% was, but they scored yes. I mean, what you want me to say?
Huh? Wow.
Yeah.
I'm sending the licenses to the police. I'm gonna have to get the license to the police to have a word with you about your license for this podcast and get the fuck out.
We need to get Hanson here.
Well, there's more. We have more Manther news for y'all, just to let y'all know, okay?
Oh, geez.
Dolph Lundgren is 62 years old, is engaged to his 24-year-old personal trainer. All right, she's the same age as his daughter. Okay. That's right. It's his daughter's friend.
Wait, hold on. What's going on?
That's right. Dolph Lundgren, who is 62 years old, he's engaged to his 24-year-old girlfriend. She's his personal trainer.
And he has a daughter that's also 24 years old.
He has a daughter who's also the same age.
Well, it's gonna be a weird.
How fucking weird is that to have a 24-year-old mom?
Well, I'm just saying that it's her. I'm just saying they say it's her friend, but is this the daughter's friend? Yeah.
This is like the Hulk Hogan situation. So are we gonna complain about that?
Oh, that's not weird at all, I guess.
Well, Hulk Hogan had had the same thing where he had a relationship with.
See, where do we draw the line then at this point? Because it's not so black and white.
It's not.
When it's fine because who gives a fuck? Like it's not.
Yeah. The question is, do you think that it's okay? We talked about the Manthers. We talked about Manthers versus Cougars. We talked about this, but do you think this is an extreme? Be 62 years old, marry a 24-year-old girl?
No, okay, no. You know why? Because let's rewind the clock a little bit. Now, I haven't dated a 60-some-year-old.
Clock. Here we go.
Let's rewind a little bit. Back when I was 24, I fucked around with a 50-year-old woman that, like I said, again, body was tight as a drum. But prior to that, on the dating scene, a lot of them would be like, "I have a son your age. I can't do that." And it's like, huh. So a lot of them had this kind of mentality. They can't fuck around with someone around the same age as their kid.
Okay. So you have to be older.
So you have to be a little bit older, maybe not around the same age.
Because it's like fucking their kid, pretty much. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
That's probably what it would be like, yeah.
Yeah, but,
okay.
It depends on you, I guess. If that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
It'd be just too weird for that.
Well,
the same thing. Like if Hulk Hogan's allowed to sleep with his daughter's friend, and who looks like her,
because he can't have his.
Wait, his daughter's friend look like her?
Yes, because if you've ever watched the Hulk Hogan
look
show,
like Brooke?
Yes, and he wanted. You can tell he wanted to have sex with his own daughter, but he couldn't. That's how Hulk Hogan is. He's something wrong with his ass.
I mean, let's be real. I mean, back in the day, everyone wanted to have sex with Hulk Hogan's daughter.
Yeah, but Hulk Hogan shouldn't want to have it. Come on.
I'm not justifying it, but I'm just saying. I'm just pointing out something, though. I'm just pointing out everyone wanted to fuck her, but that's kind of fucking weird. No, man.
Well, we have more news.
I don't think I could do something like that. I could.
Well, yeah, I don't know. You know what I mean? But there's more news.
It'd be too like weirdly uncomfortable.
Well, there's more news. Bald white men seen as less attractive, but no difference for black men. Hey!
God damn it. That's very racist.
It's not only racist, but it's a W for black men for once. We finally get a W in something. Thank you.
Nah.
But I don't understand. I think that this article is bullshit due to the fact that women still lust themselves over Jason Statham. You know what I mean? Like, so for me, it's I don't want
bald.
Yeah, he's well, shit. Women were going nuts over Stone Cold Steve Austin. I mean, come on.
Bald.
That's what I'm saying. He's bald white men. That was okay though for some reason. So for them to say that they're not attracted to bald white men as opposed to bald black men is kind of weird. Like I said, I think the article is kind of bullshit. But I mean. What can you do?
Look, what can you do?
Even the chat's like, we in there, boys, we in there, yeah. Like, yeah.
Oh, shit.
So it goes to show you that I think that there is a big double standard here. I think that I don't think they pulled the right people, to be honest, when it came to this, because like I said, the two examples I gave, I mean, were clearly people who women were crazy for at the height of their popularity. You know what I mean? So I'm not surprised, but hey. But let's move on.
Okay.
Let's move on, because you know what we about to get into, right? Chappelle Show.
I got my guns and ammo.
So, before we get started in this motherfucker, all right, I want to say this now.
But I was invited to speak to the transgender employees at Netflix, and I refused.
Right there. Dave Chappelle talk.
That is not true. If they had invited me, I would have accepted it. Although I am
This is from what he's saying. He's responding.
What I said, and boy, I heard what you said. My God, how could I not?
Go ahead, Dave. Keep talking.
You said you want a safe working environment at Netflix. Well, it seems like I'm the only one that can't go to the office anymore.
Damn. That is crazy.
I want everyone in this audience to know that even though the media frames this, that it's me versus that community, that is not what it is.
Tell him, Dave.
Do not blame the LGBTQ community for any of this shit.
He doesn't want anybody blaming.
It's about corporate interests. What I can say and what I cannot say. For the record, And I need you to know this. Everyone I know from that community has been nothing but loving and supporting. So I don't know what all this nonsense is about. In summer 2020, when the whole world shut down,
and we're going to talk about that in a
I
minute.
was outside doing shows. My neighbor had a cornfield, and he let me throw shows there, and people came from all over the country. Some people came from around the world to see those shows. The best comedians on earth came to my home and broke bread with me, and we lived our lives. We found a way to keep moving forward. I made a whole documentary about it. The first night of those shows was a piece that some of you might have seen. It was called 846, and it dealt with the murder of George Floyd.
Now, with that said, what Chappelle's talking about, it goes to show you that how he feels how media interest, or should I say corporate and media, the way they work and try to paint a picture that Dave Chappelle has gone against the LGBT community, right? So we have seen, that since his show, the actual walkout at Netflix. Now, when we saw the walkout at Netflix, first we saw a YouTuber get out there and hold a sign up saying that Dave is funny and there's no reason for this, and they attacked him. They took his sign, they broke it, and then yelled, "He has a weapon, he's got a weapon." And he was like, "Look, all I want to know is," he's like, "why is all the violence? What's with all the violence?" He didn't have a weapon. They broke his sign and made it into a weapon, and then yelled, "He's got a weapon." Now, we've talked about this before, about these Karen tactics, all right? And that's what it is. We got to call Karens out on their Karen bullshit. That's a Karen tactic. If I go outside and say, this person has a weapon, that's like saying to the cops, yo, watch him, do something about him, shoot him or whatever. We saw this before. Remember when the woman in Central Park, when she had that dog, and she was like, "I'm going to call the police on you," and such. Thank you, Wingzer. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know what I'm about. Yeah.
When you yell something like that,
she's still proclaiming innocence on that too.
Yeah, she still is. When you yell something like that, and you sit here and say, "Hey," you know what I mean? It's almost like screaming bomb on an airplane. It's something you don't do because you know that there's severe consequences that come with it.
But to be fair, Karens are the same people who cry about
Wolf.
kids fucking.
But still,
these
people, they know better to do this. And I want to say this now. We know that this is not the entire LGBTQ community. We know that. We know it's not. You see, I see them every day walking outside. Not one of them look like they angry. Not one. So they staged this walkout, and on top of this, the person who staged the walkout, we found out later, is racist and homophobic themselves. Who staged the walkout?
Towards Asian folks.
Yeah, they're racist towards Asian people. Mind you, Dave Chappelle's wife is Asian. So it goes to show you that this is what they do, and then they want to come out and say, "Well, I want to apologize for all the things that I said." No, you attempted to villainize a person while having your own shit to tend to in your backyard. Yep. That's what you did. And I'm not trying to hear that shit.
Fair is fair. You need to be raked across the coals and canceled too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's absolutely ridiculous that this is what we're seeing. And
you don't get a free pass.
You don't get no free passes. There's no free. No one's special here. Don't nobody get no fucking free pass, and that's the problem we're seeing. I find it funny that George Takei, he came out and said, well, you shouldn't support Dave Chappelle. What if he had said something like that about Jewish people? Well, he did say it about Jewish people, and you didn't say shit then, did you? No. It's amazing how
the fucking I kind of have to go on this because I'm fucking fed up with people who don't know what fucking comedy is. And this is the two examples that annoy me the most. One, that comedy is about facts. No, it fucking isn't, you fucking moron. It's about having a laugh, having fun, and poking fun. And the second one is about, we're offending people. That's the whole fucking point of comedy. It's supposed to challenge you fuckwit.
Well, now...
I've been called so fucking many names in my lifetime, and I don't give a fuck. I find it funny. Again, it's insult comedy. You can't handle your shit, you move on. Comedy is subjective.
I don't understand where people get off, and this is what bothers me. I don't understand why it's okay to talk about black people. That's fine. You talk about white people, that's fine. You talk about Asian people, that's fine. You talk about Jewish people, that's fine. But as soon as Hispanics is fine, you talk about the president's fine. You talk about all these other people. They didn't have anything to fucking say. As soon as he said something about that community, here they come.
Yep.
You're not fucking special. You're not a unicorn. You want equality? This is equality at its core.
Yep.
You get no special treatment. None.
Yeah, it's like, and we seen again. It's the same double standard. What he said in his special near the end really pissed me off because we see this kind of shit happening all the fucking time in wrestling. We've seen it even like a few years back. A porn star committed suicide because these fucking nut jobs went after her because she said she didn't want to have sex with a gay guy.
And they still won't own up to that either.
Yeah. It's the same fucking people. Again, you're trying to cancel people. It doesn't work. You ain't gonna cancel him. He's got fucking millions of dollars. He's fine. He doesn't need to do these fucking comedy specials, dude.
I'm gonna run the last part. I'm going to run the last part of what he said real quick. All right, so that everybody can hear what he had said at the end, because this is a call out. Hold on, I'm gonna run it back. Ready? Here we go.
This conversation and exclude my voice from it. That is only fair. You have to answer the question, am I canceled or not? Then let's go. Thank you very much and good night.
Hear that? He even asked himself, am I canceled or not? And they said, hell no. Hell no. Now there was a specific person that came out not too long ago, another comedian who came out not too long ago and tried to say something about Dave Chappelle and how hateful he is and everything. Well, for those who don't know, Dave called them out too. So I want to play that real quick so y'all can hear that, because this is his terms of agreement and everything.
This film that I made was invited to every film festival in the United States, and some of those invitations I accepted. And this controversy came out about the closer. They began disinviting me from these film festivals. And now, today, not a film company, not a movie studio, not a film festival, nobody will touch this film. Thank God for Ted Sarandos and Netflix. He's the only one that didn't cancel me yet.
Hear that? So they did try to cancel him. They did.
To the transgender community, I am more than willing to give you an audience. But you will not summon me. I am not bending to anybody's demands.
They tried, but they failed.
Yeah.
And if you want to meet with me, I'd be more than willing to, but I have some conditions. First
His
of all,
conditions are actually pretty good.
you cannot come if you have not watched my special from beginning to end.
See that? You gotta watch the special from beginning to end, because he knows a lot of these people did not watch his fucking show. Keep going, Dave. Keep going. Go ahead.
You must come to a place of my choosing and a time of my choosing.
A place and time of his choosing.
And thirdly,
this is the best one.
Admit that Hannah Gatsby is not funny.
I'm going to stop right there. That Hannah Gatsby is not funny. The reason I say this, and the reason he says this, is because that was the comedian that called him out. This is a good old-fashioned call-out when it comes to comedians. All right? When someone doesn't like each other, they go back and forth like this. And people got upset that Dave had called out Hannah Gatsby and said, oh, well, he's putting her on the map. Yes, he's making her famous by saying her name. He is, but for good reason. Now you have to measure up his comedy compared to her comedy and see who's going to survive. That's what these comedians do. This is a sink or swim moment for Hannah Gatsby. That's what this is. And look, even in the chat saying, to be honest, I don't know who Hannah Gatsby is. A lot of people don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
A lot of people don't know. She had a Netflix special and it bombed. That's all we know.
Oh boy.
That's all we know.
So it's a nobody.
A nobody.
Yeah.
So she's a nobody. Okay.
So With that said, about the LGBTQ community or whatever, again, you are not fucking special. You're not. People will talk about you. They will make jokes about you. They will say rude remarks about you. You're going to be treated just like everybody else on the fucking planet.
Yeah.
There's no special. It does not matter how you feel, because no one gives a fuck about your feelings. It doesn't matter what you think things are. You need to watch this show, watch the special, and understand that there are going to be people out there that's going to hate you. There's going to be. But you can't let it get to you. You can't react this way every time somebody says something. You can't.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the extreme I'm talking about. Because I said before, I don't have a problem with anybody gay, lesbian, whatever, bisexual, whatever. I don't care. It doesn't bother me. That has nothing to do with my life. You live your life.
Me, though.
Well, still, they can live their life the way they want, and I'll live my life the way I want. It's that simple. That's why I don't have a problem with it. I feel bad for the people who do try to bridge that gap, as opposed to these extremists that we're seeing. Especially that were at that walkout. Those are extremists. That's what they are, and they should be called as such.
And
no one respects them.
That, again, you can't be canceling comedians anyway, because you need that kind of shit. You need that bordering
need laughter
on the offense.
It is what it is,
and it's mainly, in general. Like, I love fucking old school comedy, and I love fucking 40 Towers. I love Mighty Boosh. I love Little Britain, even though Little Britain is fucking offensive as fuck in some aspects, but it needs to be there because it's important, because you need that challenge. You need that challenge, and to accept either you move on your date and you don't. It's very important. Like, comedy is like the second most important thing to me, because it's, again, most of my shit I see on Twitter was comedy. It was never offense. I never was aiming to come at people. I made the jokes and that's it. That's good trolling. That's good troll. Okay, comedy is good when it's done properly. Bitch.
Also, Doom brought up something in our message board talking about YouTube comments. What's that all about?
We will get to it right now, actually. Let's get to it, shall we? Should we get to it? Y'all ready for this?
As long as don't say you're gonna get fucked with it.
No.
That'd be weird.
No. Y'all ready for me to fuck this person up? Y'all ready for me to do that? Because this ain't gonna take long.
Whoa.
This ain't gonna take fucking long. It ain't gonna take long. No, fuck it. It ain't gonna take long. So, for those who do not know, all right, this nobody, whoever they are, their name is Anti-Nephilim Government Agent 007. All right? That already tells you not to take them fucking seriously, all right? But they had the nerve to send me a paragraph on how bad I am at doing this, right? And apparently, I've known them for a while. So I'm going to break down their paragraph just to show you just how stupid they fucking are. I'm going to show you exactly how to break this down. This is the difference between someone like them and someone like me who can do this with no problem, okay? No. So first he starts with chemically lobotomized sissy. I'm going to stop you right there, fam. All right, I'm going to stop you. Because I put it like this. Because if that's what you're going to say, now mind you, I'm reading this right off the thing of what he's saying. All right? If I was a chemically lobotomized, I'm just saying, I wouldn't have been able to generate such wealth in my life or garner such a base here. And then last I checked, I let people know where I'm at if I need to say something, if someone needs to say something to me. I don't need to post at 4 a.m. because that's when you sent it. 4 a.m. in the morning, all right? And then you delete the post because you're stupid enough to post it and then say, okay, shit, I got to get rid of this. But you fail to realize that on YouTube, I get the notification. So I open it up and I can still see it. I can't reply to it if you already deleted it, but I can still see it, you dumbass. But again, I don't need to delete my post like a sissy, like you do. All right. However, it says you have emotional. He says with emotional problems, trying to monetize a dying YT channel. I'm going to stop you right there again. All right. I'm going to stop right there because this is all straight talk. Nobody's allowed to have passion anymore. Is that what this is now? No one's allowed to show any emotion. No one. Okay. This is my second attempt in years. It's been over 10 years trying to monetize the channel. Second time. Okay? And I only monetize this for y'all. So y'all can get a piece of that. That's it. I'm fine. I don't need it. Like I said before, I don't make any money doing this. And anybody who knows anything about YouTube knows that you need millions upon millions of views in order to get a good amount of money anyway. Anybody with half a brain knows that. This is not the 2010s where you can just upload a Call of Duty video and all of a sudden get tons of money. It don't work like that anymore. Times have changed, okay?
Well, you can't upload a Call of Duty video and get money?
You used to be able to, not anymore. But I'm trying to help my co-host out. Not to mention, what we speak on has value. Let's be honest here. I mean, if we're sitting here and we're looking at the Call Me Daddy girl get $60 million for being a dry, pathetic little bitch on her little podcast, and that was from Spotify, what makes you think that she deserves that compared to us? We give 10 times the quality that she does. But unlike your one sub channel, that's right, your one sub channel, you have one sub, which you only follow yourself, one sub. I want to know, where's the numbers? If you're going to talk numbers like this, I want you to show me numbers, because it's not about how many views you get. It's about who's watching. It can be that one person who's watching and do something and make you big. It don't have to be a bunch of people. You fail to realize, I've said it time and time before. I've said that I'd rather have all the real people if it meant cutting down the fan base and keeping all the real people as opposed to bloated numbers. I've said that before. Maybe you should pay your fuck attention. But let's keep going, shall we? I'm not even giving them gunshots right now because this is just straight talk. This is just fucking straight talk as far as I'm concerned. I don't even need Neil gunshots for this bullshit. I don't. I should give it to him, but I don't need to. All right? So he says, while trying to balance logic and truth with the feeling of the audience is trying to attract, and the YT AI creating a tornado of psychopathy while Spence sitting with a dick-shaped slap up his ass. Again, wrong. And I'm going to tell you how wrong you are, okay? We weren't trying to attract a specific audience when we were doing this. We get in here and said we're just going to do this just to do it because we want to have fun. And we're going to say what the fuck we want to say. Did we not say that, gentlemen?
Yep.
I mean, we pretty much say whatever's on our mind.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what this was about.
Well, within the limits of Twitch.
Yeah, that's what they give us. We say what we feel every episode, and we joke every time how we're canceled. We joke always about it. We do. And however, you have to understand that because this guy doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. The YT AI always catches extremes. Why do you think there's so many thumbnails of people with their mouths wide open when they look shocked? Huh? You think that's just normal reaction? No, that's an extreme to get you to click on it, dumbass. All right, but we are an anomaly.
I hate those thumbnails, dude.
I'm just saying, we are an anomaly. So, but you seem to have fantasized quite a bit about something up my ass for some reason. I don't understand this. I mean, do you care to share your feelings with the class on this one? Because, you seem to talk about this a lot. So, but he says, so glad to see you done. First off, let me say now that I'm not done. All right? We're not done. All right? We're actually having fun. We're having fun. But if you're this relieved at 4 a.m. thinking it's someone's downfall after years of topics over sports and video games, you have some serious issues. I could begin those things again at any time, right? You know that, right? I can just start doing videos again like I used to do them back in the day and still get those views. You know that, right? I'm just saying. And come right back. So you should suffer for this.
Oh, that's what. Oh God.
No, I'm just no. Let it happen. He has to understand. He is upset over somebody who does some fucking YouTube videos on sports and video games. He is glad to see a downfall that's not there because again, if YouTube decides to stop today, guess what? My life is still good. I still live in a big house. I still have a great life outside of this. I don't need YouTube. All right? That's what you're failing to realize. So when you say that you're so glad to see me done, it tells me that you are at the most miserable point in your life. And now we're going to get to the part where it becomes even worse and more miserable, okay? And I'm hoping that, I understand, chat. I get what y'all saying in the chat. I know. Trust me. I see it. All right? Mm-hmm. He says, former gays still exist and prove you are on the wrong side of history. There it goes. The wrong and right side of history. Here we go. All right? It says, by providing a sexuality is a choice, not genetic. A former trans still proved gender dysphoria is a myth. Now, here again, where's your numbers? Where's your numbers? All right? That's what I want to know. Where's your numbers worldwide? I mean, where's the numbers to back that up? I'm just asking. John Connor. Oh, what? You didn't think I know? Now I'll give you the gunshot. Now I'll give you one. Don't think I didn't know who you are. All right? You talk about myths, but it's sounding like that you hate gay people and this whole, what you're talking about, former. I don't understand the former part because you're acting like people are just former trans people. So what, did they go and get a reverse operation? I'm wondering here. Former gay people, what y'all do? Beat it out of them? You're talking about gay conversion therapy at this point. Look, your TV, your YT channel talks about God because it's in his about. Okay, that's how I know. All right, which other people say is also a myth. So God could be a myth. Whatever you believe in is a myth compared to what other people believe in is a myth. Okay, so that's one thing. The outright hate you have towards gays and trans people, who are still human beings, mind you. Tell me you're on the wrong side of history, since you want to put that, put it out there. The wrong side of history. All right. People like you love to say that you love life, but then as soon as, it doesn't go the way you think, it doesn't go the way that you would want it to, or they agree with you, you dismiss life. I always did talk a lot about the gay stuff, though, for some reason. I don't understand why you keep bringing up the gay stuff. I mean, because that seems like the biggest problem you have right now. For a person who believes in God so much, it almost sounds like you're in the closet. I mean, could I be wrong here, guys? I mean,
you might be onto something.
I don't know.
But it sounds like he's still triggered over to Brianna Wu.
I mean, Mr. Wing Zero is gay.
I am not gay, sir. I do not swing that leg.
He's a robosexual.
I'm just saying that maybe this guy could use a talk to from maybe a certain android that wants a kid. I'm just saying. But there's still more. Okay.
From the good book 2.0.
But there's still more. It says, I am still your intellectual superior. Let me stop there because he knows he didn't say anything about physicality, right? Okay. I'm still your intellectual superior, and you're still a bitch-made punk who can't justify half the crap you believe. Okay. First off, you haven't shown any intellect so far, all right?
Is he a white guy?
I don't know, but it says, I'm just saying.
Doesn't matter.
All this is said. I'm just reading this off. So it says, about the crap I believe. You're still mad that I said I would break your arm when I saw you. I mean, let's be honest here. I said that on Preon's show when he was on. All right. And what haven't I backed up? I want to know which I speak of. What haven't I backed up? Somebody want to tell me? Because you aren't giving any specifics. You're just saying, oh, you don't back up half the crap you come up with. Okay, so give me an example. Because you want to bring back up the gay conversion therapy again. We can, like I said, show me some numbers on that. You haven't backed up anything you've said either. Again, I let people know where I'm at when I go out.
Conversion therapy.
No, I know. I let people know where I'm at when I go out. So if this person is such a tough guy, why didn't he cam up and show his face to address his problems towards me? He's had years to show his face, right? Years. So stay hiding in the shadows. I mean, because that's the spineless, dickless bitch move, and he want to call someone else a bitch. That's I don't understand this. And don't tell me also, while I'm at it, don't tell me that I'm not worth your time, because clearly you have time for this. You showed up for this. You typed this out and then deleted it afterwards. You have time. Your cell phone has a camera. You understand that, right? So you can upload anytime you needed to. So log up. It's that simple. And then, like I said, he says, dead channel for a dead man walking. I hope you got the poison death shot that doesn't provide any immunity as vaccines should. Enjoy hell. Now, I will put it like this. First off, if I'm a dead man walking, that means I have nothing to lose. That would make me the most dangerous guy in the room. And that's the guy you want to provoke? I mean, that doesn't make sense. And as far as vaccines go, talk to a scientist. That's not how vaccines and immunity works, smart guy. You don't all of a sudden become Superman because, towards those many strains. You got to be kidding me. I guess that intellectual superior talk went out the door. All in the same paragraph. I'm just saying.
Well, because he's safe behind a computer screen. Plus, also, mind you, he deleted that shit right after that because
right
he
after.
knew you were gonna blow his ass up.
Yep. Didn't nobody come around and report him? It was 4:00 in the morning. The only person that was up was him. All right. But if this channel is truly dead, if it is dead, okay, it still did more numbers than you ever could, and I'll still always be twice as good as you'll ever fucking be. That's the difference. All right, if you have so much of a problem. It almost feels like this miserable person has nothing else better to fucking do. And if you would think about me this whole time, I'm so glad after all these years I've been on your mind rent-free the whole time.
Oh boy.
Living rent-free.
He's under a different profile too, right?
Yeah, he is. Of course he is. Living rent-free in someone's head for that long over some YouTube videos. That tells me everything I need to know. Like I said, I could do this all day. Like I said, I wasn't going to give him no bars. I was going to give him straight talk. I give him straight talk. That's too easy. And it's not very Christian of him. Yeah, like the chat is saying, that's not very Christian of him. No, it's not very Christian of him.
Very Christian of
And yes, everyone's bringing up this podcast is also everywhere elsewhere other than YouTube. You're right, it is. YouTube isn't really for podcasts anyway.
Yeah, we're everywhere.
We're everywhere, bro. But it is what it is. It is what it is. These people talk like this so fucking much for no fucking reason. Like I said, you could have easily showed your face. You chose not to.
You know what's funny about
What?
that? He's saying that we're done, but if we're done, how come we're in the top 10s and top 5?
He don't want to acknowledge that. He don't want to acknowledge that. Because it hurts him. It hurts him too much to think that, oh my God, they're doing so good and I'm not doing shit with my life. And that's what it is. The outright hate that you're showing. And mind you, I want to show y'all. I just want to show y'all just right now the way I just took care of that. That's two different extremes I took care of in one fell swoop. We talked about the extremes of the LGBTQ community and got rid of them. Got them the fuck out of here. Now we're talking about the extremes of the God-fearing, God-loving, and smite you down community. I don't give a fuck about either of you type of extremes. And I will go head-to-head with y'all anytime. Like I said, after this video goes up on YouTube, I don't want to see no responses from you in the comment section. All right? Like I said, log up. Log up. Show your face. And speaking of, just to let y'all know, just to show y'all that I'm not playing around, I got some breaking news for y'all. So yeah, for those who know, breaking news real quick. Breaking news. For those who don't know, on the weekend of November 11th to the 14th, Real Prince Blue was supposed to be our guest on this show. It is not going to happen now due to the fact that Real Prince Blue is coming to Philadelphia to see yours truly. That's right. And for those who don't know, and for those who don't know,
collab.
Oh, no. More than that, he's coming to fight. That's right. He has challenged me to a fight, and I have accepted. That's right, because that's the type of dude I am. I'm not a punk like the other dude. So understand that weekend we're gonna be boxing. So I'm hoping that it's recorded.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so isn't that some shit? You know what I mean?
That's some shit.
Yeah, so
he's like, all right, I'm gonna beat your ass.
Yeah, some breaking news for y'all. Yeah, some breaking news for y'all. You know what I mean? Then after he can do the show after we're done. So yeah, but that's really gonna happen. So we'll see what happens in the future. I got to make sure I know what time he's gonna come, so I know exactly what time to meet him, so that we can set up and throw hands, and hopefully it'll be recorded for everyone to see online. So it won't be that big.
I want to see Wing Zero boxing. He plays that boxing Switch game all the time.
Yeah, but that's not real boxing, bro. That's not real boxing. That's not real boxing. It's good. It's good for fitness, but it's not real boxing.
He's gonna try a tornado upper.
But let him bring the actual hawk to you.
Since we're still talking,
he's
there. He just ain't saying nothing. That's all right. Since we're still talking about feelings, let's get to it. The slate. That's right. Writes about Adele, the singer Adele. She has lost weight. And they're just a little upset about that. They're upset over her losing weight. So why? Because she lost weight. Because she doesn't look the way she doesn't look the way she used to, and they can't identify with it.
They're saying, we can't. We're mad that you're not fat and miserable like us.
Pretty much.
What?
Pretty much.
What?
Yep.
Okay. Like, what kind of mentality is that?
Feelings.
Toxic fan base.
Toxic as fuck.
It's a toxic way of thinking.
Toxic as fuck. Yep. The feelings. But we have some.
I just think of them, me doing this, be like, no, please don't.
Well, like I said, it's pretty sad to see. You know what I mean? And they should be ashamed of themselves for even doing that, to be honest. For even writing such a thing. People are upset about it, and
that's a slow news day for them.
It is. To me personally, I'm just like, I don't give a fuck about your feelings. Let her be happy. Why can't she be happy for once? She didn't give you enough love songs.
She's apparently not allowed to lose weight. That's
Jesus
so
Christ.
Stupid.
But in more news, and now we're going to talk about what some people said they came to see today. We want to talk about Mercedes Carrera. That's right. For those who don't know, Mercedes Carrera's pre-trial date has been postponed to 2022. Right? So let's get into this. The pre-trial hearing of the Mercedes Carrera criminal case concerning multiple child sexual abuse charges against Carrera and her husband, which was scheduled for today at the Rancho Cucamonga courthouse in San Bernardino County, California, has been postponed once again, this time until January 28th. All right? Carrera and her husband, Jason Whitney, were arrested after police raided their Rancho Cucamonga home in February 1st of 2019. Okay?
Yeah.
They have been in the county jail without trial since. First without bail, and later after they had liquidated her assets to had no source of income due to her incarceration, with bail set at $2 million for each. Okay? The pre-trial hearing to determine the jury selection process and the date of the beginning of the actual trial has already been postponed numerous times. The new date is January 28th, like several previous postponements appeared in a document filed online. The new pre-trial date moves forward to the probable date for the actual trial to late March for over 3 years now. 3 years. It's been 3 years.
Damn.
After Carrera and her husband were arrested on February 1st, 2019. The document shows the hearing took place today with District Attorney Laura Fregoso and the conflict panel attorney Jeff Newman standing for the accused. Carrera was in attendance. So let's get to this, because I need to know: do you believe in a system that should keep the accused detained in long duration continuance, even if their right to a speedy trial is ignored? Do y'all believe that?
No. Here's the thing. I don't think they should. They have a right to a speedy trial, and that's in the Constitution. And again, we got to remember, no matter how horrible this crime does sound, we do have to remember they are innocent until proven guilty.
And they have to be proven guilty within a shadow of a doubt.
Yep. But and that's the thing. And you got to treat them as such.
So,
because again, that's fair. That's fair, and they do have a right to a speedy trial. They really do.
They do. Now, here's the thing. We saw this not too long ago with Khalif Browder, his story, right? And we know that he went to jail, and they never charged him with anything. He was accused of stealing a bike. They took him to Rikers. He was in jail for years and years over. As a matter of fact, you know what? Let me try and pull this up real quick, because I want to make sure I get it completely right.
And if that's the case, they need to reduce his sentence from when they do the charging.
He endured 3 years on Rikers Island. He endured 3 years on Rikers Island without a trial, and committed suicide in 2015. Right? Mind you, when he was found. Like I said, a person pointed him out and said, "Hey, look, this person stole a bike. It was him. It was some lady." And he was like, "What are you talking about?" And they put him in jail, and they never gave him a trial. And he stayed in trial for 3 years. Mind you, there's a documentary about him on Netflix about this. So the question comes down to, do you feel it's okay that it's ignored? Now, of course, some of you already said no, but 60% of our audience said that it's complicated. Okay? 35% said no. 5% said yes. That we are allowed to ignore your right to a speedy trial. 5%.
Is though as well. If you have a speedy trial, though, you're gonna lead into problems though as well, because you're gonna get a conviction, you're gonna get rushed into the decision, and then you're fucked. Like certain cases do need to be taken time. Like if you're a murderer, then yes, there needs to be a proper investigation and needs to be time for that. But it's fucking stupid shit. Like you stole fucking 1 penny worth of fucking tweets. You shouldn't be in fucking jail. You shouldn't be doing it. Like some of them should be speedy, but if they're absolutely complicated to a point where it needs to be a investigation.
In her case, all right, they found cocaine there, which is like big deal as far as I'm concerned. Like, you gotta think I live in Philadelphia, you see it every day. Cocaine, not a big deal. They found guns, not a big deal. But the sexual abuse stuff, now mind you, this was always hearsay about whether the husband put the child up to it or not. Yeah. The question is, since they're in it, they should I feel as though personally they should have the right to a speedy trial if that's what they waive their right to. All right? It should not be a continuance for 3 years over this. This should have been taken care of by now.
Okay.
It
shouldn't be 3 years now.
Let me ask this question. So the reason for them incarcerating him for a long period of time
is continuance, because the lawyers are not ready.
Right.
Yes.
But does the judge view them as a flight risk?
Well, I mean, it must be clear. Bail is set at $2 million. And, I mean, let's be honest here. Bail set $2 million and no one's really paying that. And they liquidated our assets and it didn't even come up to that. And you're still holding them for 3 years, then I guess they would consider them a flight risk, especially when it comes to this situation. I guess they would.
Because that's the only reason I can think of why they would be locked up.
I would think
that the judge might think they're a flight risk.
I think that child protective laws are harsher out there than they are in most places. So I think that's what they're going by.
California, like everything, is harsher out there.
Because other than that, I can only imagine that they would probably just house arrest with a leg brace until it's time for their trial.
Yeah, you would think, or they would not make their bail so damn fucking high, and then liquidate all their assets again, so they can have no way to pay their own bail.
Wait. The chat is asking: has there been an ongoing investigation while Mercedes and her husband have been detained? At least, not that we know of so far. They haven't. All we have is just that information. That's all we have.
It just sounds like that they're just sitting in jail.
Yeah, they're just sitting in jail. And what happens now? Here's the question: what happens if they're found innocent?
Then they have to go on
to the state. Shit.
Yeah, they're gonna get a big
even
payday from suing the state.
Well, even so, you're suing the state, but you've lost 3 years of your life, and you've been put in jail for 3 years of your life for something that you didn't do. I mean, you can sue the state. You may get a book deal out of it, but that's absolutely insane. You can't get that time back.
Well,
And being in jail will change a person. Like if someone was wrong, I mean now they have a certain kind of criminal mindset because they've been in that life. They've been, around criminals, like genuine criminals and shit. So now, it's like now what do you do?
They're accustomed to certain things now. Exactly. Yeah.
And then on top of that, they don't get those 3 years of their life back.
You can take the boy out of jail, but you can't take the jail out of boy.
Well, hopefully this will be, like I said, hopefully this all ends come January. I feel bad that you have to sit and have to wait that long, especially when you waive your right to a speedy trial. And it's absolutely ridiculous that it's being ignored. Just sit and rot. Like I
think it's also because it's also to do with COVID as well. Like
that's another thing we said. Now, mind you, at one point she was sick in jail because of COVID. I believe it was because of COVID. But even so, even in the last topic we just talked about, we just went through a year of sitting in the house. And this is the best you got? This is what you're thinking about? This is what you think about sending stuff to people? Like, what's wrong with y'all? Like, you've got to be kidding me. Like, you think you'd be outside more and living life, as opposed to coming on here and trying to spread misery. Problem with that is that the misery didn't work. You know what I mean? Didn't work. So what do you do now? Like, come on. So, I mean, this is one of those things where it's just absolutely insane that they've been sitting in there for this long. So, I mean, we'll see what happens in the future. I mean, hopefully everything works out for them, but you're not going to get those 3 years of your life back at all. At all.
That's if they're found innocent.
And that's if they're found innocent. Exactly. If they're found innocent. Yeah. So
and also like even with this, like even if they do get out, they're gonna be like gangs like in jail system. I'm gonna tell them you have to join us, or you're gonna get fucked, mate.
Well, yeah, you never know what's going on. You don't know what's going on. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but let's move on, shall we? In more news, Harambe. That's right.
Oh God.
Harambe statue
yeah.
pops up on Wall Street opposite of the Charging Bull sculpture, and I say, let them fight.
Yeah.
Let them fight.
Harambe.
Let them fight.
Man of the people.
Harambe lives.
Yeah, well, yep. And
Harambe was a man of the people.
He was a man of the people. He was.
Yeah.
And you can't get rid of Harambe that quick, it seems. We're never going to forget Harambe. So...
Poor Harambe.
Now,
he
in
died
more
for our
news,
sins.
yeah, he died for our sins.
Yeah,
I still wish we would have got
It's a
that.
myth. It's a myth. Oh.
I still wish we would have got that Danzig riding on a dragon statue in downtown Austin. That would have been awesome.
That would have been awesome. That would have been actually awesome. But we have more news, and this is something that's going
on. Well, first of all, we didn't go into why the Harambe statue was there.
Do you really want to?
The Harambe statue was the Harambe statue again, and just as I was saying, man of the people. It was basically to signify that Wall Street is not just for the elite and for Harambe was there to represent the average Joe, the average person, that they too can be into this.
Yeah,
and again, a man of the people.
Yeah, but we'll see how long that lasts. You know how Wall Street is. Yeah. You see, we know the little shady shit they pull. We know.
Exactly. But the thing is that what that's the point that the Harambe statue is trying to make. They want more people, again, regular people into that.
Yeah,
it's almost like a sign of like let the little man in too.
Yeah, well, yeah, but Wall Street. Thank you. Yeah,
Wall Street doesn't want the little guy in.
Yeah, they don't want the little guy in.
Fucking, Wall Street. They got fucking IRS.
Well, we need to send a vampire in there.
Well, we have more news. Go ahead. No, you want your vampire? Go ahead. Take your stand.
I'm saying fucking IRS, man. They got Bray Wyatt's dad over there in Wall Street.
Oh,
you can't fuck with him.
God damn it! Here we go. It always comes back to wrestling with you. Always.
Well, there's more news.
Okay, a thing called Sans Law.
He lives in a wrestling fantasy world.
Yeah, well, and with Dracula, of course.
Yeah.
But
with Dracula.
Georgia man.
If Dracula was a wrestler, he would lose his fucking shit.
Well, they had the Brood. He had it. He had it for a while.
We had that back then. The Brood. Attitude era.
But Georgia man used COVID relief loan to purchase a $57,000 Pokemon card. That's right.
Why?
Fucking loser.
We got a new
fucking loser.
Yeah. Why?
I'm gonna have to say he's the biggest
blow
loser.
all this money to get a fucking card.
I'm just saying, this is what they did, just all for that.
Was it a Charizard?
I hope not.
Probably.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I can pull it up real quick.
Yeah, pull it up.
I can pull this up.
It's a Charizard.
Yeah, we can find out real quick.
It's
gotta be a fucking Charizard.
It should have been fucking Mewtwo, man. It should have been a fucking Mewtwo because he's a fucking legend. Fuck Charizard. Fucking pussy.
The Pokemon card cost $57,789. That's right, according to the AP.
He bought one fun card for that fucking shit. You can fuck off.
And the article doesn't tell you what type of card it was.
Oh, okay.
Because the article itself is fucking stupid. Fucking idiot, man. At least fucking source your fucking shit.
I'm telling you, people went crazy.
Has anyone ever realized, speaking of cards, has anyone ever realized Summon Skull has the same attack as Dark Magician and costs one less?
Yeah, see, look, they said he could have sent someone through college with that money. You damn right he could have.
Yeah, well,
I mean, you have
to look at also the attack and the defense of the card. So the defense of the Dark Magician is better.
Well, we still have some more news in Florida. Florida sheriff is looking to return $2 million in weed to the rightful owner. Get the fuck out of here!
It's a trap. It's a trap.
It is a trap. You think someone's stupid enough to do it? That's a fucking trap. You talk about something that's only right to return.
I would actually answer it.
Oh my god! You know what that makes me think of? This makes me think of that scene from Spaceballs where Dark Helmet takes his ring and he's like, "Here, let me give it back to you."
Like, get the fuck out! Like, someone's gonna fall for this old bullshit. This the ops. We ain't fucking fooling.
He's gonna go.
Come on.
Just kidding.
$2 billion in weed. You gonna tell me you're gonna be like, you just gonna hand it over to him if he show up? Get the fuck out of here,
right?
man.
Yeah, no. Good God, man.
If I was a sheriff,
behind your back for me.
See, this is why if I was a sheriff, I'd be smoking like, yeah, fucking weed. Let's go.
Well, we have more.
Yeah, there's no way, man.
That scenario really reminded me of fucking Dark Helmet with Lone Star. Put her there, pal.
I'm just saying, this is ridiculous.
Hold on, let me give it back to you.
I'm just saying it's absolutely ridiculous. But there's more news. Parents have been warned about a new TikTok trend known as hellmaxing. That's right, hellmaxing.
What?
Hellmaxing?
Oh,
God.
Hellmaxing is a bizarre new trend where teens attempt to commit so many sins, even the devil won't have them. Hellmaxing on TikTok currently has 1.1 million views.
What the fuck happened to
The devil
Pointy,
would
man?
have them.
What the fuck happened to this? Is what happened. This is. I'll say it again, dude. TikTok is a blatant misuse of the internet, and it was the worst fucking invention of the 21st century.
Next to Fortnite.
Well, too.
No, Fortnite doesn't even hold a candle to fucking TikTok, dude. I would deal with Fortnite rather than TikTok, dude.
Yeah, TikTok is the worst.
TikTok is literally the fucking worst, dude. Controlled by the Chinese media.
Yeah.
Controlled by the Chinese capital, what was it, the Chinese Communist Party, and what was it? Trump was so bent on getting rid of it, and guess what? And then that deal fell through. Once changed office. So now look where we're at. China is getting our youth to destroy our country from within.
I'm not going. I thought
the company got bought up and now is an American company.
And they didn't. It was going to be Microsoft was going to acquire it. Remember?
It was. Microsoft. Oh, thank God Microsoft didn't fucking get it from Christ.
I'm just saying. Even the chat is saying TikTok is sending people to their early graves. It is what it is. I mean, if you're stupid.
To be fair, like when you're seeing stupid people licking fucking toilet seats where there's fucking COVID shit, yeah, there's gonna be fucking stupid people, and it's called fucking social media. Social media is a fucking mistake. I swear to God, people need.
No. People are saying they should have a common sense challenge. There should be.
Why don't they have a challenge where like clean up your neighborhood garbage or some shit?
Yeah, right.
Challenge. Challenge.
Because trying to be the one thing.
Okay, so Oracle and Walmart owns it now.
TikTok.
Okay, but who owns
TikTok,
Walmart?
yes.
China.
No, I'm pretty sure Walmart's a U.S. company.
Your mom's a U.S. company.
God damn, really? Damn, really?
Well, fuck Walmart, man. Well, fucking piece of shit.
Let's move on to our weekly picks, shall we? Let's move on to our weekly picks. It is still Halloween. So who wants to go first?
Do we have to weekly picks? I think this week. This is even Hellmaxing. This makes me want to fucking.
Hellmax is your weekly pick. Is that it?
No, Max. What the fuck?
Just to jump back real quick, I agree with somebody. Somebody needs to do a common sense challenge.
Yeah, they need to. They need to. So
we just need to fucking come. I'll go first because I did fucking start.
All right, go ahead. You go first then. Go ahead.
Go first.
I got two classic comedy movies that are Halloween based because I thought, why not? One of them is Scary Movie 2 because that's the fucking. Yeah, I love that fucking movie. It's so fucking funny.
No, don't rescue me. I'm trying to get high.
What's your next one?
And the fucking cat. God damn it. Evil Dead. Evil Dead 4.
Evil Dead. Okay.
I love that fucking movie as well.
Okay,
yeah.
It's not bad.
You can't say you can't. Think of Jesus.
You can't go wrong with that. Not bad. Who's next?
I would have said Cyber Gorman, but I can't.
Well, yeah. Well, anyone else?
Actually, I thought of one. It's not really too Halloweenish at all, really, but it's a really pretty good classic. Fern Gully.
That's not very Halloweenish, but I understand what you're saying. Yeah, it's not a bad.
Fern Gully.
Yeah, that's more of an environmental thing, but okay.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny
It's a
is
classic, you're right,
I remember.
It's a classic.
Remember, there was a chick I used to mess with at work, and her name was like the same name as the character of that
Oh, Jesus
little
Christ.
fucking fairy.
Oh, God.
That's one thing I remember from that fucking thing.
Anyone else?
I'll go. Mine is so it is Halloween. Mine is a Halloween weekly pick. Cotton. So if you ever heard of the video game series called Cotton, it is a shoot 'em up that is, or a cute 'em up, but it is about a witch, and very, very Halloween themed levels. Again, just like my last one was Death Smiles, this one is Cotton. So where can you play Cotton? Cotton Reboot is now out on Switch and PlayStation.
Okay.
PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, I think, and PC.
All right.
You can also get physical versions of it through Strictly Limited if you go through there, or Amazon. Also, they recently announced Panorama Cotton and Cotton 100% is going to be available through Strictly Limited. So if you want to get yourself an actual physical copy of it, you can go through Strictly Limited. You can actually get a Sega Genesis cart and a Super Nintendo cart of these games. Now, keep in mind, Panorama Cotton is the most expensive Cotton game to ever be released.
Okay.
These games go for anywhere about $800 to $900 on the used market, incomplete. So now's your chance to actually score a legitimate one for, I believe it's $54 after shipping and tax and everything.
Okay.
So it's on not Strictly Limited, but it's called it is, what was it? It's not Strictly Limited. What was it called, Doom?
Limited run.
No, it is Strictly Limited. Yeah, Strictly Limited, not Limited Run, but Strictly Limited.
They're pretty much handling all the Cotton games.
Okay.
So you can get it. You can get it there. There's your chance, because once that window closes, they're not making any more, and the price of that cart is going to go way the fuck up. So there's your chance to grab it, as well as you can get it on Switch and PS4 and all that.
It's a horizontal shooter.
And it's a horizontal shooter, little witch on a broom, and you get a little fairy chick to help you out.
Okay, that's right. It's not bad.
It's a fun game. Again, it's very, very expensive, so get it while you can, but before the price goes up.
Well, the scalpers get it.
Before the scalpers get it, yeah. Especially Panorama Cotton. Especially Panorama Cotton. Panorama Cotton is stupid expensive if you look it up.
All right. Mr. Wing Zero, you got one?
Honestly, I do have a...
His weekly pick is Dracula himself.
I recently beat this game not too long ago. Honestly.
No.
Ender Lilies. Great game.
Oh, yes.
Yes, Ender Lilies.
Yeah.
It's a great Vania game. It has a good story. The combat is good. I just platinumed the game. I got all the achievements for it.
Okay.
Fucking the soundtrack, godlike. If you like the Nier soundtrack, you will definitely love Ender Lilies soundtrack.
Okay.
It has Nier vibes.
Not bad.
So you can get this game on PS4, Switch, and PC.
Nice. All right.
And the main character is about a little girl named Lily, and she's a white priestess. I don't want to spoil the game too much, because it'll
Wow.
that game has a lot of feels. It's on that Dark Souls storytelling.
Okay. Well, I guess I am last to go. My pick for this week, it's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. That's right. Because it's the one time, it's the one time that we get to celebrate Linus being a gullible asshole once a year. All right? So, yeah, it's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. That's what I'm going to go with. All right? And you know what's the problem with that is? They took it off regular TV. They don't even have it anymore on regular TV.
It's on Disney.
Wait, they took it off?
They took it off regular TV, yes.
Okay. Here's the thing. There were different people in the world back in the day. There was ones that watched the Charlie Brown, Halloween, and then there were those, the real MVPs that watched the Garfield Halloween special.
Oh, okay.
Just saying.
Well, guess what?
The Garfield one is a good one. Is a gem also.
But both of them aren't on TV. That's the thing.
Yeah, that pisses me off.
Yeah, like that's tradition. You don't mess with tradition. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So now
that means they're gonna take the Christmas Charlie Brown too.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about the Christmas one. I have to see how that goes. I'm sure I'll talk about it on the pod if it happens. I'll keep an update on it. But it's the fact that the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown was not on regular TV was really disgusting to me. So if you didn't have a cable provider, or if you didn't have like the DVD or Blu-ray of it, you were pretty much fucked. So just letting you know that.
Oh, and another thing, also, by the way, I posted links to those Cotton games in the chat.
Yes, I see.
If y'all want to see it, there's links to them in there.
There's still Genesis and Super Nintendo copies left. They're at 49%.
They're saying that PBS is showing it right now. And people saying PBS scares them. So there you go. PBS scares them. So there you go. So, well, that's all we have for today. And y'all know what that means. We got to get on going. It is Halloween. I'm hoping that all of y'all have a good Halloween. I'm hoping that, unlike Ben Odin's son, I'm hoping that some of y'all give out some candy or y'all go trick-or-treating yourself.
Oh, boy. Speaking about being done, like I said, I got to get ready for the final day of Castlevania.
Yep, the final day of Castlevania is coming up.
Yeah.
We've got everything.
It's going to be busy getting his
Hey, man, today everything should be everything. Not a bad show whatsoever. You know what I mean? And that's what it comes down to.
It's a bad show when I see Chelsea.
Well,
also, if you're also one last thing, if you're a parent, make sure to check your children's candy. Make sure it's all good.
And don't steal no candy from children either. Please, can we stop that? Because I've seen it all week. All right.
I fucking hate bag snatchers, man. I hate bag snatchers.
Ridiculous. And these are from adults. But like I said, we're here, even if we don't agree on everything. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Look, because the UK doesn't really have a tradition of Halloween, I really want to go to America to see that fucking shit, because I know you guys do a lot better job with all the crazy shit.
If you're coming to America, your first holiday needs to be 4th of July. It's just only fitting.
Well, with that said...
Yeah, that's going to be so fucking hot.
Nope. Listen, with that said, we will be back next time. Y'all take care of yourselves, and hope you take care of your loved ones. Y'all be safe. Until next time, we out.
There's.
Have a safe one, y'all.